good shit. Yeah, a lot of stuff Andrew says is great though. You know, we like Andrew. It's just a lot of people think we're just gonna be. If he was in my room right now, we'd just be agreeing. I seriously thought we'd be laughing, but we'd definitely be disagreeing because it's better when you hear it from someone who has had multiple bitches and, you know, all that kind of degenerate lifestyle. Because when other streamers say it looks bad. But, you know, I think that's the one time my degenerate past actually helps me. All right, let's start.
How to start this video, because it needs to be concise.
By the way, this is what happens. You get permanently banned off the internet as soon as you're too afraid to say the earth is flat, right? Because he said it on his streams, and then when he gets challenged by Hassan, he totally lets my side down.
And compendious, but I also want it to be...
Stop saying compendious. Stop. There are these goosebump words I can't do, man. Hassan Piker does this a lot, and I know Andrew's good with words. He doesn't need to lower himself to this level. All right. Do you see anyone else on Twitch that can get girls at the bar? Getting girls at the bar is cringe, right? Let's go.
Be very, very comprehensive. And I guess the best place to start is at the beginning. There's been many different versions of my life story, which have been put on the internet as of late and from many years ago. But I'm going to give a very, very quick overview of my story. My life has always been difficult. I've certainly had a difficult life. I preach to the people who follow me that as a man...
Okay, what's up with the lips, dude? Is there anything more disgusting? If we went hiking, maybe we're at a festival, maybe we I don't know, we did something, I would let it slide. But you're in your room prepared to have this talk. And it's like, dude, like you prepared, you wore your nice clothes for this one. This is just, okay.
Trauma and difficulty is extremely important because it's the building blocks for mental fortitude.
No, I like his lips size. I'm not shitting on the size. I'm saying like that they've got that thing.
And physical fortitude.
Fortitude.
So I'm very, very happy that my life has been difficult because it's impossible to become a capable man or a man of my capability without struggling with facing serious adversities, without trying to overcome often insurmountable odds. I grew up in South Side of Chicago. I'm obviously a person of color.
Wow. Okay. This is kind of sad. Don't tell me this video is going to be groveling to libs.
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
Hassan Abi donated $5. You pause more than me, holy shit.
There's no way he's groveling to libs today, man. Is he really opening like, hey, you banned a minority. You're the badass of the internet. What is this? No shot they're gonna actually infect this man. Even if it's for 5 minutes, it's not a good look, dude. I'm sure he regrets this part. Jeez.
Was bullied in school to a degree.
Oh my fucking God. You don't need to do this, man. You have a Bugatti. If you're gonna grovel, what the fuck are we gonna do? Don't do this, man. They when they smell blood, that's it, right? They don't care. It doesn't work. He talks about giving to charity too. Oh Lord. Well, I mean, he's talked about that before. I'll let that slide. Unless he does it in a sad way. Like, what are we gonna add violin to this video?
And my father always taught me to stick up for myself. I was never allowed to run and cry to authority. I was told that if someone wants to mess with you or come at you, you can't always go tell the teacher. Sometimes you have to deal with it. I was actually picked on by these two kids when I was riding the school bus home. I think I was around 5 and they were around 7. They were a bit older than me, and they used to pick on me on the school bus. They'd sit behind me, throw things at me, hit me, etc. And I came home and I told my dad about it. I said, Dad, these 2 kids are picking on me every single time I get the school bus. I don't know what to do. And my dad said, I'm not going to call the teacher because the teacher ain't on the bus. And I'm not going to call the school bus driver because they're busy driving.
Based.
Son, if you want to deal with this, you're going to have to deal with it yourself. And I said, but Dad, they're bigger than me. What do you want me to do? There's 2 of them and they're bigger than me. And at the time, I'd just come home from school and I was holding a lunchbox. And my dad pointed and said, you have a lunchbox, son? Teach them. So weeks had passed. It was a few weeks. They kept picking on me, and I felt myself sitting there getting more insecure, and the rage was boiling inside of me. And one day, one of them slapped me in the side of the face from behind. I was sitting on the chair. He slapped me in the face from behind. And instantly, I don't know what it was, but this was the day I had enough, and I turned with my lunchbox and swung it over the back of the school bus chair and caught him and busted his eye clean open. The plastic Batman lunchbox hit him in the eye, and blood started squirting everywhere. All the children started screaming. And as I did this, the bus had just come up to a stop. It was a few stops before my stop, but it had stopped. And as the bus stopped and the screaming happened, I just got up and I ran off the bus and ran home. I've never run so fast or so far in my life. I was full of adrenaline. I just ran. When I got home, I had blood on my clothes, and my dad looked at me. He said, what happened? And I said, that kid, I won't say his name. I said his name at the time. I said, that kid, he hit me in the face, and I had enough of getting hit in the face. And I was still holding the lunchbox.
That kid was Hassan.
It was all smashed up where I'd hit him with it. And my dad kind of smiled a little bit and said, don't worry, son. Get in the car. We got in the car and we went to Walmart. We walked up and down the aisle, and he looked and picked up another lunchbox, an exact replica of the same blue Batman lunchbox, gave it to me and said, I'll buy you as many of these as you need. And that was the last we spoke of it. Funnily enough, I never saw that kid again. I don't know if he changed schools. I don't know what his parents did, but I never saw that child again. So
probably because he didn't exist.
Even from a very, very young age, I was taught that going to authority and crying and hoping someone else is going to fix your problems is not the way a man should conduct himself. When I left Chicago, I moved to Luton, England, which was multiple times voted the worst town in England. It's a high crime rate. It's a very bad area. My mother and father broke up, so I was in a single mother household. And now I'm a person of color.
That's when I started hating women. Yeah. Which is just sad, right? Like, I grew up in a 2-parent household. Very good parents, mom and dad. They're still the best parents today. And I still hate women. So it's like, you needed to have your life destroyed to get on my level? Really? Like, you needed to go through trauma to come to my ideology? Like, come on, dude. Like, is it really coming out? Is it genuine inspiration, or is it out of fear, right? So that's what I'm trying to say.
In a single mother household. I'm also the only American at the time in Luton. And I had, again, repeat problems in school. I was picked on for being the only American.
You hate women. Sorry, but I'm out, buddy. Oh, you must be one of the TikTok guys. I don't hate women. It's just one woman. Okay, come back. Okay, it's one woman, dude. She catfished me, so it was your mother. I fucked her. This is actually funny because the TikTok guys are like 8 years old. I'm fucking dying of old age here, and I get to do this to you guys. Hey, keep uploading those TikTok clips. This is actually the career path I'm destined for. Okay, how do you guys feel about Andrew's story today?
Run the care package inbound.
Holy shit.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, well I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
Jon Zherka is the best streamer in Twitch.tv.
Who?
Jon Zherka.
Oh, Jon
Easily.
Zherka from the. I know who he is. The viral. He's going viral. He's
All the
actually going
juicers,
viral.
listen.
It's actually worked out.
Go watch Jon Zherka instead.
Jesus Christ, this guy, man.
Enemy UAV spotted.
Max G Games donated $50. Poor TATE.
I'm not really in the business of feeling bad for millionaires, right? But I don't want him to be banned for sure. I think that's pathetic. I think that validates him, you know? Like, everything he said is starting to look pretty correct to me, right? I might actually have multiple bitches now.
I was picked on for not knowing things I should have known because I hadn't been through the English educational system. I'd been through the American educational system. And I had trouble in school again, but I stuck up for myself. Unfortunately, nothing got violent at any point. But when people made fun of me, I stood up and said, listen, don't make fun of me. I'm from a different place and I talk differently. And I always understood that standing up for yourself, I never went to the teacher, I never cried to anybody else. I just stood up for myself. And over time, people learned respect for me and my boundaries.
It's kind of weird though, right? Because like as a kid, when you're made fun of, aren't you just supposed to make fun of them back, right? Like, you're not supposed to be the buzzkill, because then you're buzzkilling the bully, and the bully is who keeps everyone in the hierarchy. The bully keeps the hierarchy stable, right? He makes sure there's no anarchy. It's not Lord of the Flies. So it's like, if you're going to buzzkill and energy drain the bully, you're kind of like the leech of the classroom. Like, that bully needs to be encouraged, actually, right? He needs to be like, imagine going up to the bully and being like, hey, you don't get to say that to me. And then the bully goes like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just fucking go pick on that kid, right? No, when the bully bullies you, you bully them back, and then it's this ping pong. It's this ping pong where it's like Goku, Vegeta, Naruto, Sasuke. You guys are just evolving together, right? Yeah. I can't imagine any life accomplishment anyone's ever had that wasn't psychically attached to their bully, right? Like, when someone says, yeah, I just became really successful for myself, I go, no, you didn't. There's like some dude in high school who said something to you at the right time that, he got you moving, right?
And they were very respectful of me. And I had a very positive experience from then on out in school by simply standing up for myself, because this is how I was taught to act.
Like, no offense, guys, but if you got bullied as a kid, you're the pussy. You're the pussy, because it means you still remember it. I got bullied. I don't even remember. It's a blur. Like, just get over it, dude. Like, it scarred me for life. He made fun of my face. Like, you're a fucking pussy.
In high school, I ended up having a reputation of a guy that nobody really messed with. I certainly wasn't a bully. Absolutely the opposite. But no one really picked on me. I actually had a friend in school who was gay. I had 5.
Oh, no. No, he's not groveling to libs. I know you're not doing that with a Bugatti. Oh, my God. Another one infected. Jon Zherka is the Bugatti is. No, it's actually his gay best friend who's also in a wheelchair, by the way, and he's also a minority, and he has bad eyesight too. Actually, he's going blind, and he has a terminal illness. It's a rare cancer called 1 in a zillion, and so ever since he got the zilly, he's been dying fast, and that's who owns the Bugatti. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? How the fuck would I know if it's his Bugatti? All right. All I know is he has the lifestyle to drive it, and he's groveling to libs. That something is not adding up, dude. Like, something is very wrong here. Right? Hello, internet. My name's Jon Zherka. I don't have one gay friend. Now what? Now what are they gonna come? Is the FBI coming in? Hello? Hello? LGBT FBI, are you there? Like, give me a break that he's doing the, like, dude, I'm not going to give anyone else that much trouble for virtue signaling, but if you are known as, hey, what color is your Bugatti? And you go to this point in your life, Jon Zherka, is this not because he was canceled? What? The whole point is you can't be the badass and then grovel. All right? And how many people have we seen do this? Right? Or the worst thing is when streamers completely change after a ban. Right? You'll see some streamer who gets leaked for being addicted to spamming the N-word. Right? He just goes up to old ladies on the street and screams the N-word in their face. And then he's all over the news. And then when he's unbanned, hey guys, man, BLM, never give up fighting for minority rights. Right? We all make mistakes, and that's why I'll be giving $10,000 donation of the money that I've raised for. And it's like, dude, give it some time, you know. Like, let's watch a transformation arc, okay? Let's give it some time. Like, you just got unbanned and you're on your, right? I always wonder, do those guys, do they know we know, or are they actually thinking, hey, I gotta wait with that, right? He's like, oh man, I can only do 4-hour streams because I'm about to say it. I'm about to fucking say it. It's like when I first started doing 40-hour streams for like 6 months straight, my chat's like, dude, how are you not afraid you're gonna say it? I'm like, say what? You're like, how are you not afraid to stream and never sleep and be tired? What if you say it? I'm like, say what? And they're like, yeah. And then when I found out, I was like, oh wow, wow. Like, some of you guys need to say it. Like, some of you guys are like, John, you should cap at 20 hours. If you get too fatigued, you might just.
I have main friends in school, and I was also friends with a gay guy.
Oh my God.
And he would make fun of me for being American, and I would make fun of him for being gay back then. But the world was a very, very different place.
Oh my, he did the butt. He actually did the butt. No, this is how you finish that. And I made fun of him for being gay. But he's actually groveling. Like, dude, we know the world was different back. We know how old you are, dude. It doesn't look like you still walk around with that fucking lunchbox. Like, we know you're from a different time. You don't prehistoric fuck.
With a gay guy. And he would make fun of me for being American, and I would make fun of him for being gay back then. But the world was a very, very different place. This is many, many years ago. And we had friendly banter back and forth, but we were very good friends. And I stuck up for him and prevented anyone else picking on him.
Oh my God, dude. I defended the liberal who banned me. Hey, Silicon Valley dudes, I'm on your side, actually. Okay, look at this guy. Bongo in chat says he is a person of color, has a gay friend, and his dad is CIA. Yeah, you're connecting all the dots, my dude. Wow. What else, right? And his dog is also trans. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? What does that have to do with anything? Like, he's a person of color. He's got a gay friend, and his dad's CIA. Therefore, every progressive every progressive is a part of the CIA. Like, what are the dots there, dude? Our side will never win if we have people like you connecting weird dots like that. That is like, it's just, what are you doing, dude? You know what's a secret about gay people no one tells you? I don't know if it's just my city. Right? But most gay guys up here are white nationalists. Like, they go hard on Hitler. You'd be chilling with them, right? Everyone's going home after the party, and they're like, yo, I got a documentary to show you. And it's like that in LA, too. When I was in LA, I met some of those guys. And I'm like, they, like, love Fox News. And I'm not saying Fox News is extreme or anything, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, like, to think, oh, yeah, LGBT is, like, they're all just, no, come on. It's human still, right? So I had a gay friend, and he was actually an angel, just like the rest of the LGBT. And, like, stop.
All of the time. And the banter between us, the locker room talk, which would be considered absolutely unacceptable today, at the time was very, very normal. And we had a great time. We were good friends. And I heard from him, actually, after this ban. And he said, you should mention the fact that the things I say.
Did he say he heard from his gay friend? I'm still in touch with him, by the way, guys. This isn't just back then when I didn't know better. Even now, I have a gay friend that... There's no way.
Time was very, very normal. And we had a great time. We were good friends. And I heard from him, actually, after this ban. And he said, you should mention the fact that the things I say.
This is what happens when people get banned. They get so traumatized that the first gay dude that talks to them, if this even happened, the guy looks like the guy who banned you. And you start to try and hug him like, bring me comfort. Bring me back. And it's like, the gay dude's just like, huh? Why is he being so nice to me today? Your side banned me. Ugh.
About you completely aren't true. And this leads me on to the reason I believe these narratives have managed to gain such a foothold in popular consciousness. Due to the fact I've managed to develop an iron mind, because I'm probably the only individual on earth who can be vilified to this level without taking personal insult and without being emotionally affected, what I've done is I've allowed certain narratives to gain traction, which I shouldn't have allowed to gain traction. Because they
someone in chat says Zherka gets banned, gets unbanned, it shows up with a globe. Dude, because I'm thinking of him in his fucking gay lunchbox, and then I'm thinking of me holding the fucking globe like from the classroom. Hey guys. Oh my god, oh my god.
Personally bother me because I know they are false. I live with a very, very pure heart. I'm a religious man.
No, you're not a religious man. You know how I know? Because I don't live with a pure heart. And I'm a very spiritual guy. Like, I can't imagine you praying, right? I can imagine a lot of humans praying. I can't imagine humans actually having an intimate prayer. I can't see it. I can see a bunch of my chatters praying, but I can't see them having an intimate prayer. And I don't know how to explain that further. Every time I try to explain it further, I just start to ramble. So I'm going to leave it there. But dude, you're not the guy, all right? It's like when Trump pulled out the Bible in front of the church after he started macing all the fucking commies. So badass. He's like, yo, take a picture.
I go to church, and anyone who follows me...
Yeah, exactly. 99% of prayer is because something bad happened to the human. Prayer is about grace, gratitude, and well-being, really, right? People forget that part, right? You do feel better. But it's really about gratitude. It's not about something happened to me or I want something, right? Desires and ambitions are not healthy in a spiritual sense, right? So don't mix that up. Don't mix up your career with your spirituality. That's very stupid, right? Now it's different. Like I'm in a spiritual war with these libs, right? They've done a number on me. But again, I still try and it's not like you're a lib, you can't be on my podcast. I don't do that.
I
Come get embarrassed.
donate huge sums of money to the church. And as long as I knew the truth of my heart and God knew the truth of my heart, I wasn't interested in lies being purported. I now understand that that's wrong, because even though I've done nothing wrong, even though it doesn't emotionally affect me, even though God and myself know my innocence, the public consciousness
What's up with that? Is the gay friend on the piano in the background just like, I'm gonna get the tears going for those tech companies that banned you right now. Let me just
interested in lies being purported. I now understand that that's wrong, because even though I've done nothing wrong, even though it doesn't emotionally affect me, even though God and myself know my innocence, the public consciousness has been polluted.
This is actually kind of sad, because all he's ever wanted for the last decade is to be viral. I get that. And then he gets it and they take it away from him and now he's shook, right? Because you guys don't understand. There's millionaires. We've seen even billionaires try and get popular, right? By buying it. And they can't do it. Mike Bloomberg, Hillary. But you see this all the time where it's like, if it doesn't come to you, you start to freak out like the top G. Yeah, people people want status bad today. It's like, whoa.
To a point where narratives are being purported.
People are so dumb too. Like, people will want status so bad, they'll do anything to get on my streams. They'll say nice things about me even if they hate me. And I'm like, dude, this is the one chat that they're not going to give you a penny. Right? You know why they're called a cult? It's like, this is the one place where you don't want to be on here. Right? I don't like to say this out loud too much because then people don't come on my shit. But you know how it is. Right? I have some gifters go around and help people, but that's rare too. That's like people who are really in my life.
Which are absolutely and utterly false. And
he had a gay friend called the Bottom G. Dude, this guy, you're killing it today, man. You are just, wow. Get back to the piano.
It's having a genuine negative impact on the people who I care about and the people who care about me. And despite the fact it doesn't emotionally affect me, as a man, I have a duty to protect all of those I love. And for this reason, these narratives have started to become very, very harmful. I was under understanding that on the internet, people don't like you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you say. There's going to be some people who don't like you, and the people who don't like you are not interested in the truth. What they are interested in is finding some lie that they can latch onto and accelerating that lie on as much as possible via their platforms to try and paint a negative picture of you because they don't like you. A lot of these attacks against me are disguised under the virtue of caring about women. But none of these people who are attacking me care about women. None of them donate to women's charities. None of them donate to charity like I do. None of them help anybody like I do. I'm about to show, later on in this video, proof of the massive work I do for helping people.
Why would you ever donate to what? Isn't a woman's charity just being a woman? What is a woman's charity? I've never even heard of this. Don't they get shit tons of money for doing, like, they don't really have to do anything. They can get shit tons of money. Hey, I'm just chilling on Twitch. Turned the camera on. I made 50,000 followers in a week and I'm going to quit streaming. I'm kind of bored of it. When guys can't do that, a guy can't just, I'm turning my camera on and chilling. Right? A guy's going to be like, this is the fucking ultimate podcast ever. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. I'm trying so hard, man.
They don't help anybody. All they do is just attack me and use fake virtue, the fact they pretend to care, as a reason to attack somebody who they personally don't like. And it's very, very different to actually care about an issue.
I feel like Andrew Tate has, like, this is how you get caught in a lie when you say, I've donated to women's charities. Like, let's just think about that. What is a woman's charity? Right? It's like saying I donated to dinosaurs. right? It's like you almost got away with that, and then I realized that's a lie. There's no such thing as what is a woman's charity? If you means a feminist club or a think tank, no, you didn't. There's no way you donated to them, right? Hell no.
Or weaponize an issue and pretend to care to try and damage someone else's life. These are very, very different things. And this is the reason why I have not tried to dispel these myths as hard as I could have, because I understood that these people are always going to hate me and they're always going to lie about me, no matter what I say or do. But considering in light of the final ban, and considering I have the public consciousness, I think it's extremely...
He's talking about women's domestic abuse stuff. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know, I'm going to say something really, really out of pocket now. Okay? But fuck it. Yeah, that's bad, obviously, right? That's never hit a lady. But I don't mean it like that. I'm not saying but, like, whoa, but. I'm saying not to be that guy on the internet, like, trying to cancel Tate, but it just looks like he's doing that because he heard of the news that people talked about him whipping a girl with a belt on video, and he's trying to right that wrong, even if they were just playing and it wasn't real. That's what it's coming off like. That's why he, it's coming off wrong, obviously to the public, not, but the people like me, right? The way it's hitting me, it's starting to look like he's validating that story. Because the time, yeah, now if he said he donated like 10 years ago, maybe it'll look better, but like, the timing is just off. So that's the way I see it, right? Like a damage control thing. Right?
Important that for myself and for my family and for people I care about, that I tell the truth and I make the truth known to the world, because that is the only intention in my video, is to sit and tell the truth. And the fact that I'm a very, very iron-minded individual who is not negatively affected by these smear campaigns is not reason enough for me not to sit, take time, and dispel all the negative things which are said about me. I am fully aware that not everybody is going to agree with what I say. I don't think there's a person on the planet you can find who has a 100% approval rate. There's always going to be somebody who disagrees with what you say. If I said the earth was round, there would be a contingent of individuals on the planet who disagree with me.
You damn right, you bald-headed, globalist-headed, bald fuck. You are a geocentrist. We've heard you on your mini clips. Don't fucking high road now. You look like a bitch when you high road. Like a fucking little bitch. Go grab your fucking lunchbox, bitch. Fucking pussy-ass bitch getting bullied like a fucking bitch. Getting bullied in your imaginary story. Too afraid to tell the truth. You're gonna lose credibility? You're gonna be banned, you little bitch? You're gonna cry in your... Hey, what color is your Bugatti? I don't know. Go cry in yours, you fucking bitch. Fucking globe-tart globalist fuck. You're a shill. You're a government agent. You're an asset. Your dad was CIA. How the fuck? We've heard what you said. You used to call people globetards and now you're on their side? You snake fuck. That's why you have a cobra tattoo, you snake fucking serpent worshipping. What? Dude, it's not going to get better for you, dude. All right? People who pray but are globalists, their prayers don't work, my dude. Okay? How do you think I got this lifestyle? I prayed once. None of my prayers ever worked. Pray as a flat earther and see if that shit pops off.
I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. I have no problem with being seen as controversial for some of the things I've said. However, I do have two significant problems I would like to address. The first is I do not like absolute and utter lies being told about me.
Yeah.
I do not like having long-form video of me cut up, elements taken out of context, the tonality.
He's acting like he's talking to his bully. Hey, I don't like when you guys do that thing that you do on social media that I also do. Like you watch clips on your podcast with your brother You watch mini little clips of L3 going through his fucking psychosis, whatever the fuck he's going through. What did L3 say? He wanted to bomb someplace? Didn't he get banned off YouTube for like telling his chat to bomb a place? What the fuck was that? How the hell, if I did that, how is there no FBI and that guy involved with that dude? You imagine telling millions of people that place need to be bombed. How the hell did he get away with that? That's who rules you, is those libs and lefties. That's why they don't get banned.
Of the joke removed and purporting an image of me that is not true. That's something I do not like. I do not like false accusations of criminal activity. That's another thing that I really do not like. I am totally aware that not everybody is going to like me. I have no problems with that. I think anyone who decides to get big on the internet needs to be very, very prepared for a contingent of people to not be happy with what they say. I could make a YouTube channel dedicated to the fact that I believe the world is round, and there would be a large or semi-large proportion of people who would disagree with me. I don't think there's a...
Yeah. And you know what's funny is most 99.9% of the world population have an animal's level of IQ, and they think it's a globe. Okay? Yeah. If you're a globalist, you're on that side. Never forget that key piece of information. Well, John, everyone on Earth knows it's a globe. Yeah. You are everyone on Earth. I agree.
Single creator online that has a 100% approval rate. I have a lot of people who love what I say. I have a lot of fans. A lot of people are dedicated to my channel, and I have a lot of positivity online. And I have a small contingent of people who are very, very offended by what I say. We often talk about, in the modern world, the inclusivity of different cultures, different ways of life, different sexual orientations, and how we need to be tolerant and understanding of all these different people's life paths, and by extension, their different ways of viewing the world. I'm a unique individual, as is everybody else, and I have a unique life path that has led me to unique points of view. I think that all of the people who disagree with me are very, very welcome to disagree with me because they have had a unique life path and a different point of view, and I respect that absolutely. I would never shout for any of the people who disagree with anything I say to be silenced or canceled. Okay. I don't think that...
You're a pussy. I think, okay, I believe in the free market of ideas. Everyone should be allowed. No! Libs and lefties should be censored the fuck off the internet for life. Every time they talk about pedophilia shit, they should be censored, blocked. They should have every social media taken away from them, especially the creators of Cuties on Netflix. Get the fuck out of here with this whole, yeah, we just want to argue with pedophiles all day. That's a great idea. Dude, I can't turn on my TV without looking at pedophilia? What? If I turn on the news, I see in Germany a dude who married his dog. That's like a real piece of news, that he like fucks a dog. And then there's just Germans going like, as a social democrat, I just don't know how to feel about this. What do you mean? He's fucking abusing an animal. Like that's Nazi shit, dude. That leave Blondie alone. What are you doing to that dog? Nobody says anything. There's no one on Twitch who even cares, right? They cover news all day. They don't care about that. Anytime it's pedo shit, it's art. It's just art, bro. It's just art. Yeah, how about if I just whip my dick out on stream? Huh? No, it's art. Don't ban me. You think the admins are going to be sweating? Like, fuck, man, I don't know how much I appreciate that new fucking Yona Lisa. They're not going to call me Yona Lisa. They're going to say that's a fucking cock.
That helps the world. I think that discourse is always going to be the way that we lead ourselves to the truth. And if anybody has anything contrary to say about any of my points of view, I welcome it. I like to hear it. And as long as it's in a respectful and adult manner, I often platform it on my platforms as much as possible so I can sit and discuss and I can learn things. Because if I have a point of view and someone challenges it in a very adult, correct, logical way, very often I have changed my point of view. And this has been really, really good for me as a person to grow and for the audience to grow And I know I've changed many other people's minds when they've come to debate with me. And this is the beauty of being here.
Talk about your gay friend, bro.
So I have no problem with being disliked. I do have a problem with a few things. I have a problem with long format things I've said being taken out of context, taking a small clip from a 2-hour piece of video, then with careful editing, removing of tonality, and changing my intention behind the words, painting me to be a criminal or a bad person when I am not.
You know, that's the one thing you can't say is you can't actually remove tonality. Because even if it's a 10-second clip, I mean, if we go to the definite, never mind.
I do have a problem with false criminal accusations when I do not have a criminal record, and I have never had a criminal record in any country on the planet. I do have a problem with this. And also I have a problem with the fact that social media has changed so much in modern times. A lot of the things I said that are being used against me were said 5 or 6 years ago in long format video. And as of late, with TikTok, with YouTube Shorts, with Instagram Reels, it's very, very easy to take 2 hours of video, snip out 10 seconds, edit it up quickly on a...
Bro, the Andrew Tate fanboys are crying in chat saying Zherka's hating hard right now. I think I do this with everyone, right? You're always cheering me on when I say Ethan looks like a fat, ugly walrus. But now it's your dad, right? Your other bald dad. Yeah, I'm gonna bust his balls. What the fuck? This video is hilarious. My gay friend is playing piano and I'm fighting fucking ghosts with a lunchbox. This shit's fucking retarded.
A phone app, and then blow it up to millions and millions of views with all context removed, all tonality removed, and makes it look like I'm saying things I did not say or I mean things I did not mean. And this is something that I can't control. I became the most Googled man on the planet, and to a degree I'm a victim of my own success, because now people are trying to find any little clip of anything I've ever said, remove all the tonality, and just blow it up to try and get views to be as controversial as possible. I understand why they're doing that. They're doing that because they want the views for themselves. But they're not taking into consideration how that affects me and my personal image as a whole.
What?
And I think the things I've just highlighted has now culminated in the media believing something about me.
In the legendary words of the greatest man to ever exist, all you gotta say is you are fake news. That's it. You don't have, oh, I don't like how you're cutting me. Excuse me, Jim Acosta, come here, sit down. I don't like how you edit things and snip it, and I had like 2 scoops of ice cream, but they had 1. I don't really like when CNN does that. It's, the fuck are you talking about, dude? Fucking internet.
Which is so pertinently false, based on videos I have never even made, purported and accelerated and advertised by people who I don't even know, with such a small piece of video from me, with all context removed, that I've now become the #1 villain of Earth, and I truly believe that's unjust. And I want
Jon Zherka, Germany has to go back to 1942. What the fuck are they doing, fucking dogs? How does them going back, how does invading Poland change anything, dude? What the hell is this chat? I don't have one mod to clean that shit up? Wow.
I want to discuss that here and prove to the world in my final message that I am not any of the things I've been accused of, regardless of whether I am banned, reinstated, remain on social media.
Imagine Germany, like, forget Merkel, is not Hitler's daughter anyway, like they look identical. But someone remind me today to add that to the conspiracy list for the video. Could you imagine if Germany had a Donald Trump and he's like, we got to make Germany great again? Could you imagine if someone used that slogan? It's a weird thought. Imagine if someone said that. Wow. That would be war that would be a war zone in the streets, right? If someone ever tried to, you know how politicians always copy Donald Trump and stuff like that? Someone said, it's coming. Do you guys think there's going to be a hardcore right-wing party in Germany very soon? A lot of people are saying, a lot of nations now for this next world war we're going to have are going to go hyper-nationalist. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know. We'll talk about it after, though.
is completely beside the point. This is just a matter of clearing the air while I have the national consciousness.
You know, all my life I was wondering how Germany did all that in World War II. But, you know, the more you read, it's like Hitler didn't have any money, right? And these guys, Hitler and his team, were studying black magic and occult. Just search up Hitler and occult and you'll see what comes up. But it's not just that. They're funded by every monarch and American industrialist. Like, that was crazy to find out. That was, like, insane to find out. There's some articles that say he was a Bolshevik spy, so he did it all for Russia. I've seen that too. All right, let's finish this. Oh my God, not even a quarter in?
I was massively a victim of my own success.
You're not a victim, bro. What is this victim mindset? There's a Tucker Carlson TATE interview today. Get me that link right now.
I decided to accelerate my public persona and presence.
Yeah, there's a book. There's some books who talk about Hitler being a Bolshevik spy, and because when you look at his early life, yeah, but then a lot of people say he had a change of heart and stuff like that. But yeah, the book wraps up with that's why in 1945 he just disappeared, right? And he just gave Russia all that. And I'm like, what? It's like a lot of Russians who were dead from that, like. But yeah, I don't know. People debate about that shit online. There's no way we're finishing this. Do we have to finish the whole video? Yeah, we do. We didn't do this yet, right?
About 6 months ago. And I was massively successful. I became the most Googled man on the planet. I am, by the metrics of the internet, the most famous individual who is currently alive in the world today. That comes with a bunch of advantages and disadvantages. We can go into those at depth. The disadvantages are safety aspects, safety concerns, which we're going to talk about a bit later. I've had serious threats on my life. I receive over 5,000 death threats per day. So do people who I love and people I care about. They also receive death threats. The social media companies have yet to take any action against this. They were uninterested in trying to police this in any form. The advantages are, of course, is that I have a massive effect on people. And I have had thousands of emails.
Are you stronger than Tate one-on-one? Right now I am. Right now he's low. Yeah. Right now I can just run. If I was to fight him before we even exchange hands, I would just whisper, I was the one who reported you. And then the whole mood would change and he'd go flaccid and he'd say, perspicacity, Zherka. I also got tenacity and I made a mistake and I was a victim of my own. So, bow! Fucking knock him the fuck out right there. Right? Knock him the fuck out right there as he's talking about, as he's trying to fucking lisp his way into a fucking apology. The fuck is this video? I'm pick the gayest word. I can't do it. Pop up, perky.
From men saying you've saved me from depression, you saved me from suicide, you helped me so much.
Bro, I used to get so many millions and millions of emails of, dude, John, you saved me from depression, you saved me. I don't give a fuck. Send me money. I don't give a fuck about your little fucking, John, I fucking love you, man. I've been watching you for a fucking year. You changed my life, man. You brought me to God. I love my family, my girlfriend. Shut the fuck up, bro. It's always some non-sub fucking writing a fucking essay. Who gives a fuck? You know who sends the most? You know who gifts the most? Dudes who don't, they don't even care. They just turn to their gift. But the guys who fucking, it's always some fucking, it's just, yeah, you guys need to go to Hustlers University, make something of yourselves, come back here. Okay?
The number one video on my YouTube
Cassidy,
channel,
dude.
my pinned video, has been for over a year. Mind hacks, how to beat depression, how to feel better as a man.
Sitting there believing that depression is some monster from the sky that strikes your brain and now you have no control over it and you must take pills every day is the absolute enemy to a G mindset. I don't give a fuck how depressing that situation. The only person who can change it is me. The only person who can change how I feel about my situation or try and affect the situation directly is me. Even if you put me in a situation I can't change, if you put me in jail and I'm depressed because I'm in jail, I still refuse to succumb to depression. I refuse to collapse mentally and give up. I know the only person who can control my mind is me. Nobody's coming to save me.
As a man who's been through such a difficult life, I think I have a very intimate understanding of difficulty.
I can't take this serious because I keep seeing him as a little kid with the lunchbox. And he's got the race car carpet behind him. And I had that for Christmas. That was like one of my favorite things I had. I can't stop seeing it, dude. Like, he looks like so different right now.
And how to grow as a man, and how to become the kind of man that can handle a difficult life. Because this has been my life path. This is what God chose for me. And this is what I've been teaching. And I have affected positively millions of people. And I'm immensely proud of that. I truly am. However, people couldn't stop talking about me. And when people were talking about me, they weren't doing it out of love for me. They weren't doing it because they cared about me. The main reason people were talking about me so extensively is because they cared about their own channels, their own views.
True.
They wanted their own clicks.
Snakes.
And they understood that if they can make a YouTube
Snake
video
pit.
purporting a lie about me or saying bad things about me, it's more likely to get clicked. It's more likely to get watched. It's more likely to get shared. Expose, Andrew Tate is this. Expose, Andrew Tate is that. And what's happened is people, through their own selfish desires of trying to piggyback off the back of my massive fame and becoming the most famous man on the planet, have decided that making a bunch of negative videos is a fantastic way for them to personally gain clout and personally gain views and clicks, which is what the internet is about. And we ended up in a situation where videos of me from long ago are being taken out of context purposefully to try and purport a narrative which is not true, because people understand that's a very easy way for them to gain some clout and leech off of my success. That's all fine. Like I said, I have no problem with people disagreeing with me, being disliked, etc. However, when it has an effect to this magnitude, where I am genuinely seen as a negative, bad influence on the world, when all of the emails I receive from people who watch me are positive, saying that I'm helping people, how I've helped their mind, I've cured their depression, it's really strange to experience such a disconnect. To have 98% of the people who email you say how fantastic you are and how much you helped them, and then 2% of unknowns threatening your life. And then everyone I meet on the street saying such amazing things. Since I've become the most famous man on the planet, I have never once had a negative experience.
See, my brother deals with depressed people, right? He's a therapist. I feel like I'm going to go up to him and be like, I have a new red pill course where you just blink and boom, you cured your depression, right? I'm going to go give him this sales pitch, see if he wants to invest in my new content, which is, saving people from depression. Like, I'm going to go up to my brother and show him what I've been working on, right? It's just, you blink and it's done. It's over. Have you tried blinking yet? That's because you need to pay $59.99 for my course on how to blink. Okay? You're not doing it with perspicacity.
In real life. Everybody who meets me is very respectful, a fan. We take pictures, we shake hands. Nobody has screamed at me in public. Nobody's come up to me and called me names in public. Nobody said I'm wrong. I've been to over 20 countries. I've never had a single negative in-person experience ever. So the people love me. At the same time, the media is saying I'm hated. It's a very strange disconnect I've been experiencing. And a lot of that has been purported and accelerated by the fact that people are trying to gain views on their own channels, separate to me, nothing to do with me.
Red pill, ... I just found out about black pill community. I love the black pill community. That's the only community that they'll have like $1,000 left in their bank account. They'll get fired from their job and they're hopeless and they still donate $500 to me. It's like, what? That's my favorite. That community's sick in the head, but they're my favorites, dude. They're like, hey, oh, don't worry, man. It's the end times anyway, right? Enjoy.
By accelerating lies. It's also an interesting case study into internet mass hysteria, right? If 50 videos come out saying Tate's a bad guy, it takes a lot of bravery for someone to come out and say Tate's not a bad guy. Despite the evidence, I can show evidence to the contrary of these negative narratives for the end of time. But if somebody can see, if a YouTube creator or a content creator can see, if you make a negative video about Tate, you get a bunch of clicks, and everyone else did it, well then I may as well do it.
What the fuck?
They don't sit there and go, what about Andrew? What about the truth of this? What about the effect on his life? What about the effect on his experience of the world? That doesn't come into consideration. What comes into consideration is, everyone else did this and got a bunch of views, I want a bunch of views. And even though what they're saying is false, even though some of them know it's false, some of them may not, but the ones who are well researched know it's a lie. it's very, very tempting for them to sit there and do it anyway because there's no repercussion. There's no downside to them. All that's going to happen is they're going to get a bunch of clicks, a bunch of views, a bunch of comments, a lot of people defending me because they know it's not true, a lot of people agreeing with them who are less researched. They're going to completely benefit. And the only person who's going to suffer is me. And because I have an iron mind and I wasn't emotionally affected by this and I understood the nature of the internet, I didn't try to combat it too hard. I didn't know exactly what I should do because I had already told the truth on repeat many, many, many times, but nobody would.
Andrew Tate looks like the kind of guy who enjoys fucking a girl more if he's sharing her with his guy friend. Like, you know, that guy of the group? Like, it's better. It's just like, dude, we're destroying her, John. No, it's actually gay. Yeah. Sorry to break the news to you, dude.
Acknowledge it. They would just ignore it because it got more clicks to purport the lies. So I thought, that's the nature of the internet. I've never been this famous before. I guess that's just how it goes. Unfortunately, now public consciousness via the media has genuinely bought into a construct where people believe I'm somehow dangerous when all I have done is save people from depression. We talk about men's mental health. Patty Pimblett just fought and talk about if you have trouble with men's mental health, come forward.
As I said, women talk to each other. There's no stigma on women. They sit around and have a cup of tea and have a jangle.
True that.
Men don't, lad. Men feel like, oh, I can't go and say that to him because he'll think I'm a little mushroom. You know what I mean? That's what men think. But as I said in the cage, I'd much rather my friend come to me and speak to me and cry on my shoulder than me have to cry when I'm carrying his coffin a week later.
I just wanted to show the world that if mental health could bring somebody as big as me and as strong as me and, you know, to step...
Oh my God, this is turning into like, oh, men got it so bad. It's being a man is so hard. Here's the fucking truth. I'll give you the truth. Yes, being a man is 1,000 times worse than being a woman. It's harder. It's this. It's that. You gotta do more. You gotta have money, status. You gotta have everything just to enter society, just to be accepted, just to leave despair. But it's still better than being a woman. Oh! I don't know why, dude. I can't explain to you why. I just don't get it, dude. I don't get it. My life sucked, bro. My life sucked. And I think of that girl that's on the yacht with the titties and she got the nice watch and the Rolex. And I feel bad for her, dude. I can't explain to you, dude. I can't explain it, right? Like, I see these girls have the easiest lives ever, even average-looking girls. And I still think the greatest thing ever is to be into fire trucks, army, cheeseburgers, and locker room talk. Like, that's heaven on earth, you know? Like, where this whole, it's hate speech to make jokes came from is from women, right? Men don't care. Men don't get hurt by words. Like, you think you do if you're a liberal, but you start hanging around our group of people for, like, a few hours and you start to evolve. You're like, oh, I'm a Charmeleon now. Yes, Charmander. Yes. So is this a self-help men's video now, or what is this?
Stereotype heavyweight champion of the world to my knees, then it could bring anybody to the knees.
Tyson Fury talk about it. I talk about it.
Oh, wait, you want to see how men talk to each other? When he was talking about his suicidal attempts on his life and stuff like that, Deontay Wilder turned around and he's like, you was about to kill yourself with your fat ass. And I was like, damn, bro, you say that to someone who's like attempted to kill themselves? That's the worst thing you could ever say to someone. And as Deontay's yelling at him in their before their boxing match, it like lights a fire under his belly to perform better. And it's like this brotherly thing. Obviously, don't say that to someone like, dude, you could push them over the edge. But it was like this, it's weird what they had. Like, you go watch that, it's beautiful, right? But you see Deontay say that, if you were following the story, it was like, I felt really bad for Fury. Jeez.
Then it could bring anybody to the knees.
Tyson Fury talk about it.
Someone give me that link. Let me see that link.
Talk about it. Everyone tries to talk about it. And everyone says, men, you should talk more. Talk to us. I try and encourage men to be strong. I say, listen, if you're depressed, you need to get in the gym.
There's only
strong body
one.
is a strong mind. I sit there, and by using my lifestyle, which is an aspirational lifestyle that most men would love to have, really because of the finance to car.
If you're ever depressed, Go watch Face to Face Fury and Deontay, and they start talking about satanic spirits helping them in the boxing ring, and one of them's against it. He's like, I don't use satanic spirits. That's you. You do that. And he's like, yeah, I let them inhabit my body. And it's like probably the greatest interview no one's ever spoke about. I've never laughed harder in my life. Like, he's the funniest. If that doesn't cheer you up, I don't know what will, man. Like, someone linked me that after, because it's the greatest shit. It's Yu-Gi-Oh level ridiculous, right?
Ours to freedom, etc. I encourage people to work hard and try their best.
It's kind of racist if you think about it. It's like really racist, because Deontay just was trying to be poetic and saying that things enter him when he fights, right? But Fury immediately links it to, this is the Antichrist. It's really weird.
The best version of themselves. And men are encouraged to talk.
It's like they grew up watching my streams, calling everyone satanic. It's like one of those.
When I talk and open up and get
yeah.
massive influence and start helping people, they're going to silence me. I've been nothing but a net positive for the world. That's truly how I view myself, and that's absolutely and utterly the truth. However, I am very understanding of a changing social media landscape, and I'm also very, very understanding of my fame changing. And by extension, I have some responsibility to bear. I am a man who believes that he is responsible for everything. I think as a man, you should take complete responsibility for your entire reality. It doesn't
So take responsibility for your badass identity and don't fucking succumb to... It's an energy thing, okay? Right? Magnetic auras have been proven, all right? Not by science, but by esoteric knowledge, Masons and all that. And your aura right now is not that attractive, dude. That's not who you are. Like, stop talking like this.
Matter if I'm struck by lightning. That is my fault. That's who I am as an individual, and it's been one of my keys to success, to never blame luck, never blame anybody else, to only blame myself. So despite everything I've just said, I still blame myself. And because my rise has been so meteoric, because I've become so famous so quickly, and because I've been producing content for so long, even though I take absolute responsibility, I'm in a difficult scenario where videos that were made 5 or 6 years ago in long form are now being cut into 5 seconds, accelerated and purported now in line with my new line fame. I can't stop that happening. But I also understand I have a degree of responsibility, right? Because I'm the most influential person on the planet. So my responsibility is to make sure that any kind of negative connotations in my messaging are removed. I want to stick to my message. I don't want to backtrack. I still want to champion men's issues. I still want to champion physical and mental strength. I still want to champion the protection of women. I still want to do that. However, I must be ultra aware of how I do that, because it would be unprofessional of me as a man to sit and say that my messaging does not have to change in line with my fame. The way you can say things...
Oh my God. Is that the clip? Yeah, I don't want to miss this. Hold on. This will take 5 seconds.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that. Don't ever forget, when I found you...
You know, this one's more motivational, but there is this one where it's like, it's just loud. I wanted that one.
A video that gets 500 views is very different than the way you can say things in a video that gets 500 million views or 50 million views. You have to change your messaging. The more people you reach, the more important it is that people do not take your things out of context.
To this
right?
day.
If 0.1% of people misunderstand you on a 500
I kind of wish
video,
Deontay knocked that fucking report out. I'm kidding.
not have a large effect on you.
I'm kidding.
But if 0.1% of people misunderstand you on a video that has 50 million views, now you start to affect the world in a negative way. So I have to be very, very, very careful in line with my newfound fame. And it's difficult because in the world I'm in, if I sit down and do a 3-hour podcast, it's my job to be entertaining. And I want to give exciting answers and interesting insights. I think the reason people follow me is because I have a very firm understanding of the English language, a very good grasp of the way to construct sentences, how to be motivating, how to be compelling. And I do that on purpose. But it's also very difficult for me, regardless of my intellect, to now sit at a podcast, be interesting, be exciting, give a compendious and concise answer. At the same time, be wary that in my 1-minute answer, at any point, 6 seconds worth of it can be taken, snipped, used against me, and weaponized. I don't know if my mind can handle all those tasks at once. It's not very often I'm stumped, but that is becoming extremely difficult. And I'm sitting here thinking I've been offered massive podcast requests by the biggest podcasts in the world. And I'm thinking, how can I answer questions? How can I be a responsible adult, because that's what I am. How can I be a professional, take responsibility for my level of fame to make sure that nothing can be taken out of context, but still tell my truth and still answer the questions, but construct my sentences in a way where they can't be misrepresented at all. And it's hard, because I think any content creator who was suffering from what I've suffered from, if any content creator got as large as I was, and there was as many people cutting up their videos as they were mine, and those people had a negative agenda, we could make Mickey Mouse look evil. You could make anyone look bad. I'm not saying I haven't given them ammo. Of course, there's been the odd clip that made it easy for them. I'm saying if their intentions were to be as provocative and negative as possible, it can be done to anybody. And that's why now I need to take a break from all the podcasts I've been invited on, especially since I've been banned. I've been invited on the largest platforms in the world. I've had 100,000 emails of support. All the media channels want to talk to me. And I'm sitting here thinking, I need to make sure I'm not misunderstood. And I have to really be careful about how I do that while not backing down on my messaging, while still championing the things I champion, still believing in myself.
It's strange to see someone who really wants to be famous get banned. When it's like anyone else, it's not that bad. But like you feel for him, you know? 'Cause he loves this.
But making sure I'm not misunderstood. And although I think on the internet I am one of the most respected oratists that exist, I now need to once again improve myself and improve my skills and prevent anybody being able to take me out of context. I might have to form a new way for sentences to be constructed. But if that's what it takes, that's what I intend to do. Because with great influence comes absolutely great responsibility.
Wait, he went on Fox News the next day? He went on the largest legacy media the next day after this? There's no way. This is like, isn't this 2 days old?
And I do understand that. And I will blame myself for the fact that people have managed to do this to me, regardless of the fact that I did not want it to happen. So let me give a quick example of this. Before I continue,
He's a linguist? No, he's not. The general public's just stupid. Go watch any Twitch, YouTube, any kind of podcast. People are just stupid. This is your guy for language? Give me a break, dude. You're comparing him to the average retard person in Walmart. Right? Or, God forbid, streamer or Logan Paul loading up a fucking sentence. I wanted to ask you something. Like, come on. Linguist? Really? He's your Chomsky? Get the fuck out of here, man. Damn. That is a huge compliment you're giving him. Relax, bro.
To say that I often speak to the absolute beauty of women. I have a very healthy relationship with my mother. I have women around me who really love me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. This one's the mom, obviously. My bad. What I always love, every time it's him and his brother, I start to love him again. When he's alone, not so much. But when it's him and his brother, I cheer for them on so much, dude.
Healthy relationships with females. I have no criminal charges for crimes against females. Nobody has come forward and accused me of sexual misconduct. Please understand, we'll go into the Romanian house raid shortly. But most people in my position of fame have had women come forward and say he raped me. I am the most famous man on the planet. There's not a single female whose face you can name or whose face you can picture that's come forward and said I've raped her.
What are you doing, dude? Why are you assuming that? Oh my God, don't add this part to the video. Especially if you have no one accusing you, you don't need to add this part, my dude. You can't find one girl. You can go looking around all of Earth. You'll never find her. Like, dude, don't say that. Like, how the fuck did you not have someone edit this? Look at this, guys. I'm around women, my club life, fitness life, Twitch life, all that. And I'm actually surprised no girl made something up to like stir shit like, oh, I smashed Zherka and stuff. Because they always used to do weird shit where they'd say like, I smashed him. But I'm surprised none of them did it for like a bit of clout. You know, they'll do it for 300 viewers, right? People just lie. I'm surprised. But I know one day it'll happen. There's no way I'll be on the internet 10 fucking years around psychotic narcissists all about clout for 10 years. And I'm not going to have that happen where someone just makes something up, right? So I think the worst thing you do is say something like that where you're like, where you say like, no one's ever said anything about me, right? I feel like that's a weird angle to see it from, you know? I feel like anyone who's on the internet, like, your time is coming, my dude. Trust me, right? The best part of me is I have a girlfriend, so I'm always safe, you know? Like, you can just, oh, look at that. There's pictures in the gallery of us here, and we're in this room, and we're always together, so I'm always safe for Twitch-related stuff, and that's really what the whole point is of, like, if you have a girlfriend, you degenerate less, you hook up less. Well, you don't hook up at all. You know, everything is better with a girlfriend. But now you go to TwitchCon, yeah, people will make lies about you, you know. So, you know how I know? I know TwitchCon lies girls made up, and they ran the stories through me to see if it's a good lie. And I'm like, bitch, do you not know who I am? Like, I will expose your ass. And then obviously they don't accuse the guy. But then I know the real reason they hate the guy. And I'm like, geez, like, even on Twitch, you, like, I thought it was just in the nightclubs people do this. But yeah, it's everywhere, right? Attention, right? People like their attention, right? But now when they accuse like some fucking nerd, yeah, the nerd is a fucking creep. The nerd is a creep. Yeah, no, I was super. The one thing I got more wrong, the thing I got the most wrong my whole life is that last Usman fight. I'm so glad I didn't bet any money, or I didn't stream it, or stream with, or like fight companion with you guys, or talk about it. Like, it totally whooshed by, and I'm like, whoa, I look so smart now. Because, dude, that Usman thing, I thought Usman was gonna kill him.
Not a single female has come forward saying I've hurt her.
Okay.
Not one.
Why are you saying this?
There's a video from 10 years ago that showed me in a sexual act with one of my ex-girlfriends.
Whoa, what the hell? What the hell is this? What the fuck?
Hello everyone, I just wanted to say something about the video that's been released recently about me and my ex-boyfriend Andrew Tate. Andrew is my still great friend. What you guys saw on the video, it's just what we used to do. It was just pure game.
Oh, thank God. Oh, they're playing a game. It's not like anything sexual or anything. Holy shit. Oh, thank God she spoke. Thought I was going to have to delete the VOD or something. Whew. Jeez.
He's a great guy. He would never hurt anyone.
That's sweet of her. Okay. Okay, that's sweet of her.
Unless he's fighting.
The left understand that kink shaming is a negative thing, from my understanding. She has come forward and said that it was all just a game. And still, that video is being used and sent around the internet saying I'm a woman beater. If I said it was a game...
Do you guys think that video is real and that she was bought out? No, you can see it in her eyes, right? She wasn't bought out. Kind of crazy how girls are more naked on Twitch. I feel safe. But what is up with Twitch? I feel like every time I scroll through it now, it's just girls laying down or in pools. What happened to all the e-girls? Is there any e-girls left that are just... When I got in this game, they were sitting on chairs, right? So I'm like, what happened to that flock? It turned into take it off or leave. Like, I want to know what happened to... I can't believe I used to make fun of e-girls. Now I miss them. Now it's like these pool sirens and mermaids and fucking demons.
And she said it was a game. Who are other people to then comment on our lives, our private lives, which got leaked, and tell us it's not a game? It was between two consenting adults, and we decided to do something ourselves, and we both agreed it was fine, and she has not come forward trying to accuse me of anything. So who are others to do that? That's just kink shaming, which that's all it is.
Kink shaming is very based, okay? But not that stuff. Jon Zherka, what's your take on sex work? I hate it. Yeah. Even the friends that I have that do it, I hate you guys. Deep down inside, I hate you guys. And number two, I'm not those absolutists who go just wipe it all off and blah, blah, blah and take it. No. If they make a part of town or outside of the town, like a little Vegas, where adults want to have adult stuff, I would much rather concentrate it there if I was supreme ruler of Earth than completely wipe it out where people are just freaking out. I'd rather concentrate it so I can actually watch, control it, see who's the degens of society, know who to blackmail, etc., etc. Have my honeypot there. But it should definitely, on subways, trains, movie theaters, no titties, no ass, no bra, no cleavage. Let kids grow up with their mom at the park normally. Let's stop. It's pedophilia, right? All woke culture is pedophilia. It's all pedophilia. That's all it is, okay? You can ask any child, they beg for you not to raise them up that fast. They don't want to see it. If they enjoy it, they're conflicted. It's all pedophilia. All of it. All of that shit is disgusting. And it's not enough to be adults when you're just with adults. No, you got to be out of town to be adult, okay? You can't be degenning and fucking moaning in a fucking apartment building in your own fucking place. If there's kids in that apartment building, no, you should be going to jail for that, actually, right? Yeah, if there's kids in a hotel and you're next door to some meth heads piping some chick, yeah, that should be illegal, right? That no kid should ever live in a society where he has to be around all that. They should grow up like me. They should grow up pretty normal, right? And you know what's weird? You think growing up normal is like the greatest thing on earth. You feel guilty. You walk around meeting Zoomers, some millennials, and yeah, a lot of all millennials, and you feel guilty, right? If you had a normal life and you meet these traumatized people who have been subverted by Masonic media and pedophilia, it's so sad. You never feel like you one-upped them because you had a normal life. You always feel like, damn, I'm sorry you grew up in that part of town. You know what I mean? It's so bad.
So no women are accusing me of anything. No women are accusing me of misconduct. I champion women all the time. I say about how they should be protected, how beautiful they are, how much I love my grandmother because of the amount of children she had.
My grandmother had 9 children. There was my father and 8 more. They all had a bunch of kids, blah, blah, blah. I stood there and I looked at my 93-year-old grandmother, and there was a whole room full with maybe 70 people that came from that one woman. Isn't that remarkable? That nobody cared about her career. Nobody asked what job she did. Nobody asked how many times she went to the club. Nobody asked if she had time to go to festivals. No, you had 70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to me.
See, look how this girl is eating him with, this girl under me is eating Andrew with her eyes. Because this is what girls who lack, like these girls are clearly lacking something. They're on the podcast, whatever. And they get very excited when they meet a successful man who's bald. Because they go, because he's bald, I have a chance. Right? That's what she's thinking. That's why she's smiling. Right? These ones kind of understand. They're like, oh, yeah, even if he's bald, he's still going to just use me.
70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to being a mother. And
like, if he had a full head of hair, she wouldn't be smiling. She'd be like, I have no chance with him. Right?
and a good wife. That is beautiful.
I talk about how women are unique and special and they can do things that men can't do. And still these clips are taken out of context. Let me give you an example.
I absolutely not really love women. I have nothing against women. I believe women are the most precious things on the planet. They create life. They should be protected. They should be provided for. I would never let a woman pay for a bill.
What?
I would
never let a woman pay for a bill. What if she's not hot? What if she's just your coworker? What if she's your friend? What are you talking about? Right? What if she's your girlfriend of the first 6 years? Are you kidding?
Never let a woman, if someone touched any of my women, I would stand up against 10 men by myself and risk my life to protect her.
You say 10? You say 10? Yo, we are not cut from the same cloth. You are a badass motherfucker, dude. Now I know why you so viral. You were a badass compared to me, bro. He said 10. Wow, dude. I would have trouble with a midget. 10 dudes. You're gonna fucking risk your whole life. Come on, dude. Holy shit. Like, she still cheats on you after that? Wow.
I believe that women are beautiful creatures. I just don't think that they're as emotionally calm as men.
They're actually not beautiful creatures, right? Like, on average, women are prettier than men, but when men are pretty, women don't compare. At all. It's not even close. A pretty male versus a pretty woman It's not even close. She can do the makeup, the surgery. She can do everything to touch what? To scratch him? Nothing. When a dude is good looking, this is like wake up out of bed, game over. Like, you don't really want to compete here. Let's be honest, right? It's like measuring male Hollywood to female Hollywood. It's like, come on, dude. When I close my eyes and think of female Hollywood, they're all ugly. And that's your best. That's why women on average are prettier than men. You know, men do look like, you know, most men do look like Patrick from SpongeBob or something, right? But I'm saying when men are good looking, it's game over, right? This is not comparable.
In stressful situations, I don't think they can fight like a man can. And for the same reason, I would never drop my children in an all-male nursery. I think that's strange and weird. I would only drop them in an all-female nursery. Women do certain things and men do certain things.
Now,
see, you would never drop your kids at an all-male nursery, but if you think about that place getting shot up by some crazy psychotic gunmen, yeah, then all of a sudden I want men to be there, right? So I always think of it from the American perspective. I don't know why.
Now, I believe everything I said. I believe in protecting women. I believe in championing women. I believe in making sure that women are provided for. However, that video was made when I was far less famous. In light of the things I just said to you earlier in this video, I understand that now, as my fame grows, even though to me my message is very clear, a man has certain roles in society, a woman has certain roles in society, and when we work as a team, when we love each other,
am I crazy or did he lose hue? Did he lose hue? And did that couch used to be green when he started this video? Like, I think he's been talking about his past so long. We're going back in time. It's starting to go black and white. We're losing color, I think. Something's off right now. What the like? It's dramatic. I like it. Keep going, editor. But why? What's happening?
He's better as a whole. I think that these views are not very controversial at all.
Fuck with that contrast, bro. Get him shadowy.
I don't think that they're controversial. Most of the people I meet in the world don't think they're controversial. The women I hang around with don't think they're controversial. Nobody on the street I've ever met thinks they're controversial. Everybody agrees with me. However, the way I'm saying it, the way I'm getting the message across, because I'm trying to be as energetic as possible, I understand that a small, tiny percentage of people might misunderstand me. And that didn't matter when I didn't have any views. I didn't have any followers. But now I'm the most famous man in the world. I have to be a lot more careful with how I say it. But what's really worrying is this. That clip, I would like to think, even my biggest haters can agree, is a clip that is positive about women as a whole. Perhaps you may not like my tonality or the way I structured certain sentences, but as a whole, I'm saying positive things about women. At one point during that speech, I said women do certain things and men do certain things. That clip has been taken. That cut of my language.
Why not just double down? The modern day women, yeah, they're satanic as fuck. They fucking suck, bro. Look at them. They can't hold a guy. They're miserable. They're angry. Just double down. Who gives a fuck? Why is he saying, oh, I actually champion women? What? Why?
Men do certain things, women do certain things. Somebody, I have no idea who.
No, it's men. That used to be the case. Men do certain things, women do certain things. And now it's men do certain things and women, what? What? What are they doing? I don't get what they're doing, dude. I don't get, my dude. You want to hear what they do? Okay? Right? I keep getting called by my girlfriend. Hey, you're streaming too much, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I had enough. You've proven yourself. You're loyal. You don't respond to these millionaires, blah, blah. I want you to stream. No, I don't want to stream. I want you to stream. Go live. Go do something. Okay, fine. She laid down, did a 2-hour stream just talking about her fucking tarantula and got $5,000 fucking dollars, dude. $5,000 fucking dollars. And she never went live again. It's been like a month. $5,000 fucking dollars. What? You're telling me women got it fucking hard? Stop, man. And who is Tony Mahfoud? You've been saying that for a while. Who is that guy? Dude, don't tell me women got it hard, man. Men got it hard. We just don't cry about it in my chat, but no tears in chat. But dude, being a man is lifeless, man. Being a man is being in agony searching for pain, right? Like, men don't actually look for happiness. They look for less pain. Women look for happiness. That's why they get bored easily. Like, we're looking to reduce our suffering. They're looking to increase their happiness because they're at base level happiness. It's ridiculous.
I made a TikTok where it says men do certain things, and it shows videos of me driving around in cars, spending money, and women do certain things, and it shows women cleaning. Women do certain things, and men do certain things. Somebody off their own back, somebody else has made that video. Okay. I didn't tell them to. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their account is. It's just viral on the internet. And now I look like I'm saying women should only clean and men should only run around with cars and women and money. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I said that women should be protected and provided for. But because a small clip was taken out of context and used against me and weaponized, now I look like I've said things I did not say.
Like, women should be protected? Really? Women are literally biologically, physiologically, spiritualogically, every single metric are identical to men. I don't know why we call them women. They're literally the same as men in every single metric. Women and men, man, woman is synonymous. It's the literal, it's two. You're talking about humans. So they can fight. They can fight better than Khabib, dude. You're not getting it? It's 2022. Haven't you read the script yet?
Say. And no matter how positive my message about women, if the intention is to try and make me...
Any woman on earth can beat the shit out of Kimbo Slice if they train for 4 months. That's all they need to do is train 4 months with Ronda Rousey and they can slice through Kimbo like butter. Even if they're 8 weight classes under, they're flexible. They'll find this, they'll submit him. Women can just do everything better than men. Like, haven't you guys watched Hollywood movies yet? There's a girl, pow, 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 pow. She's just beating the shit out of... I've never seen a woman beat 10 men at the same time, right? Even the male propaganda films don't do that. So they're just badass. And there's like boom, boom, boom. 9 million fucking feet away. Boom. Double kill. Like, what the fuck?
Double kill.
Like, women are clearly like protection, dude. What are you talking about? They're clearly the superior race. Nah. If women were a race, I'd be a racist. It's comedy. I'll be here all week, right? At least I don't look like this guy, right? This guy is in a constant state of, that cock is huge, bro. Right? This is exactly what happens when you look left at the urinals and you realize you've been outdone, right? When you realize that genetics, right? Genetically, we're all different. Genetically, all races are different. I don't know where I'm going with that one. Listen, man. All right, let's keep going.
Look bad. Even with a clip like that, they found a way to make me look bad. That's the scary thing. That's why I've titled this video My Final Message, because I don't know, even with my entire brain, I don't know with all of my genius intellect,
what?
If I can find a way
We're losing
for
color.
nothing to be used against me. It's extremely difficult. One line out of context has made me look bad, and millions of people saw that, and people didn't see the long format video, and they've deduced that I hate women and that women should only clean, when really I was trying to stick up for and protect women and give my true views on women. And this comes full circle to the Instagram ban. I am very understanding of why Instagram felt like it was necessary to ban me. I am not mad at Instagram. I'm a professional, and as a professional, I'm not an emotional person. I do not do emotional responses. Although I believe it's unfair, although I believe I've been unfairly vilified.
Wait, what is this?
Although I believe it's not the right thing to do because it doesn't allow me to shift the public consciousness in a constructive manner. Although I think it would have been better for them to say, Andrew, certain things are being taken out of context. You need to be careful that doesn't happen. A lot of people listen to you. And I could have become a champion for women's rights. I am not emotional. I understand why they did it. Because that's a perfect example of how people are desperate to try and make the things I say look worse than they are. And using social media platforms to purport negative views of women. And it doesn't...
You know, my favorite take about women will always be Haas. where some guy's like, yeah, I think he was debating Irrelevant. Irrelevant's like, yeah, so why do you want to champion the working class, huh? Right? You're not the working class. You're just a student. You're this, you're that, right? You're gonna be given. I think they were talking about like being given money or something like that. But basically, Haas is like, I champion rights for people that are like me and not like me, right? That's pretty much like the communist stake. It's like, hey, we're all in this together. And then he goes, he was asked on the same, it's like in 40 minutes after, he's asked, well, what do you think should happen with women, Haas, right? Haas said, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard him say. He said, I don't know. I'm not a woman, right? I don't have an opinion for them. Like, that's not funny, but if you are into politics, you'll understand how funny that is. If someone's a political operative and they say that, you'll understand how funny that is, right? Because it's like, it's your ideology changing the system, making it fit for everyone, and it's a unique idea, everyone's going to like it. But that was the best shit I've ever heard him say, right? It's like saying, yeah, Zherka, what do you think about the Mexicans? What should we do with them? I don't know. I'm not a Mexican. They got to figure it out themselves, man. Right? Just, you can't, if you're a political guy, you can't do that.
It doesn't matter if it's a negative view of a woman, negative view of men, negative view of a sexuality. It doesn't matter what it is. It should be stopped. I agree with that. And Instagram or Meta.
Is this video soft or am I just being critical? I think I'm dead on, dude.
Have a responsibility to show that they are listening to the public. They want to show that they're listening. I have some good people on the case and dialogue with Instagram I would like to open, and will proceed as God sees fit. If God believes that I do not need an Instagram page, then I will not have one. If God believes that I do, then I shall. This is not just about Instagram. This is just me saying to Instagram that I totally understand. I just wanted to make it clear that I didn't want these things to be said.
I feel like red pill community uses the God buff on girls. No, I actually believe in God. I got a tattoo on my fucking chest. Like, I feel like they use it just to like low key get in the girl's pants in a way where they don't look like, hey, I love to eat asshole even if it has shit on it, right? Like, everyone knows red pill community. That's really, I love red pill community. Go watch my first stream ever. You'll see the most based red pill takes ever. But goddamn, are there ass eaters in our fucking movement? It's degenerate and disgusting, right? And so a lot of them use God as an aesthetic. And there's no intimacy when they talk about God. So you can tell it's like a fake thing.
Clip of the cleaning and me being taken out of context has no benefit for me. Everyone dislikes me on the internet. Certain people watch it and know it's not true. The ones who've watched the longer format stuff of my videos and they're fans of mine, fine. So certain people remain neutral because they know it's false. But people who don't then dislike me. My family gets death threats. I get death threats. Hate is spread online. Like, there's no benefit for me. If I could stop that happening, I absolutely would. Which is why I want to adjust my messaging and adjust the way I talk. I don't want that to happen. That doesn't help me. I would love for that to never happen. And Instagram think the way for that to stop happening is to ban me. I agree it should stop happening, but I don't think banning me is the answer. Because there will always be someone else. And there'll be a new hate mob and new out of context videos. And this is a problem which is larger than Andrew Tate. This is an internet problem. This is a problem with short format video, short attention spans, nobody looking into anything in detail, things taken out of context. This is a really big problem that the world has to address that goes beyond me. And if I've had to martyr my presence on social media to raise a conversation, which is going to be a net benefit for the world as a whole, then I'm happy with that. I'm happy if people go, you know what, this happened to Andrew Tate, it's now happening to other people. We have to change the way we review censorship.
You know, I don't mean to be like that guy, like, yo, I listened to this rapper before you, bro. But goddamn was Tate likable last year when he was on Fresh Fit and he wasn't famous. Now it's become kind of like this, let me hold on to this as hard as I can. Dude, you have a Bugatti. Getting banned is a vacation for you. Like, give me a break, man.
Censorship, banning, content creation, content proportion, all these things. That's fine, if that's the life path which has been chosen for me. I just want to make it clear that I don't like when that happens. I don't want that to happen myself because I don't gain anything from that. On Instagram, absolutely no rules were broken. My captions were just poetry that I wrote. My pictures were just lifestyle. Car, house, boat. I never broke any rules on Instagram. I never had any strikes. I never done anything wrong on Instagram. The only rule infringements on Instagram were my comment section, where hate mobs inspired by these videos that we've been discussing, these videos which were deliberately taken out of context and deliberately fictional, hate mobs were inspired at the end of YouTube videos to go to my Instagram and insult me. So the only infringements you would find on Instagram is in my comment section, where thousands of people who were sent by random YouTubers who don't like me would come, threaten to kill me, mock my dead father, threaten to kill my brother, threaten to kill my family, threaten to find me. These were the only rule infringements on Instagram. Things written against me by other YouTubers, telling them to go and do it, while all I wrote is poetry. And on repeat, multiple times I said on my stories, if you're going to defend me, do it respectfully. Even if people hate me, even if they're insulting me, don't insult them back. Hate doesn't beat hate. It just creates...
For a guy who hates the Matrix so much, he sure wants to stay plugged in. Oh my God. Wasn't he making fun of XUC? Wasn't he making fun of XUC for saying, like, yo, you're in the Matrix, you're plugged in. That's why you have to say that. And which he was right. And not anymore. Now he's completely, it's over, right? He's the last person to disparage XUC for wanting to play the game. Yikes, dude. I didn't even look at it that way. I forgot how addictive this Matrix is, man. No, the way I see bands is like vacations now. So, yeah, I forgot what it's like. Oh, yeah, he really wants to be in the club.
A brick wall. If somebody says they hate me, explain to them calmly that they don't understand the context. Show them a longer format video. Show them how I stick up for marginalized people. Explain I'm a person of color and I've been marginalized. What? What the fuck?
We live in a society of blue pill men, and look at the king of them. He's actually groveling like a dog. Stop it, dude. We don't have Alex Jones. We don't have Trump, so stop. Get a grip, you fucking retard. Caught in a blue snare. Man, you are fucking exposed. How the fuck did you make fun of XUC for this? Unless they're right about you. If my chat's right, then you are a CIA asset. And you got burned. Got burned bad. This is sad. John, why don't you look up to him? I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best to like him, dude. Look at this, man. Try and listen to this.
If somebody says they hate me, explain to them calmly that they don't understand the context. Show them a longer format video. Show them how I stick up for marginalized people. Explain I'm a person of color and I've been marginalized.
Yeah, I hate that Andrew Tate guy. No, wait. Don't order a drink yet. I got a video to show you longer format of the guy you hate. I've been sent by Andrew Tate to change your mind, right? Is he you rationalizing and negotiating with blue hair SJW terrorists? What are you, a fucking retard? You look like a fucking retard. With your dumb fucking feel bad for me face. Oh, feel bad for me. You look like a fucking retard. Why are you doing this to my side? Dude, you're a kickboxer, man. You're groveling like a bitch. I'm taking it personal, too. Like, this, do you remember Donald Trump doing this ever? Donald Trump is like, literally the first day Donald Trump was unbanned, the headline was, I was right about everything. And they stole the fucking election. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, he fucking tripled down. He got the fucking Fox News interview taken off air. They hate to interview him. Right? Like, dude, there's nothing masculine about this groveling, man. It would only make sense if you had a family to feed or something. You have a fucking gay couch and a whatever that is. Like, come on, you've got a Bugatti, dude. You don't. If you grovel with a Bugatti, then what the fuck? And you know what he'd say to me? Zherka, I'm not groveling. Okay, then what do you call this? Someone tell me what you call this, and don't be mean. Don't use the word groveling. Use more accurate. That's a loaded term. Use something more accurate. Like, what should I call it?
Somebody says they hate me, explain to them calmly that they don't understand the context. Show them a longer format video. Show them how I stick up for marginalized people. Explain I'm a person of color and I've been marginalized in my childhood. Show them how I had a gay friend when I was a kid. Show them how I stick up for women. Don't just reply saying you're stupid, you don't know the truth. Don't fight.
Oh my God, this is making it look so bad. Oh, that's why my twin brother messaged me. He said, this guy's a pussy. I'm like, hey, you're the one who liked him. And he's like, yeah, go watch this video. And he sent me this video. I was like, I don't want to watch yet. I'm going to go live. Fuck, man.
It creates a brick wall. If somebody says they hate me, insult them back. Hate doesn't beat hate.
So, Zherka, this is your man, huh? No, my man got hair.
It just creates a brick wall. If somebody says they hate me, explain to them calmly that they don't understand the context. Show them a longer format video. Show them how I stick up for marginalized people. Explain.
Show them, Chad. All right. Listen, I've been talking shit about him. You guys have to tell me he's not a bad guy. Tell me about his gay friend and how he's been the victim of racial hate crimes, right? Tell me how he funded BLM, right? Which literally all the money goes to Democrats. Newsflash, right? It's a scam, right? Do you not have black friends? Ask your black friends how much money they got from BLM or their communities, okay? They'll tell you the truth. Don't ever fall for those Democrat scams ever again. That is like, dude, Joe Biden will smile at the black community's face and steal every dime. Using some fat SJW lady to just farm all the money. And these ladies got like 3 houses too, right? Oh my God. Nothing sadder. Right. The only thing sadder is those people who donate money to think tanks funded by PragerU or Ben Shapiro, all that disgusting shit. It's like, I did I did what I was supposed to do. Like, I gave money to Ben Shapiro because I'm right wing, right? I'm right wing. I gave money to Ben Shapiro. He has the nation's best interest in mind. Yeah, that's my guy.
Threatened to find me. These were the only rule infringements on Instagram. Things written against me by other YouTubers telling them to go and do it, while all I wrote is poetry and on repeat multiple times.
Dude, he's trying to rebrand himself as a poet now to look softer to the fat loser who banned him.
I said on my stories, if you're going to defend me, do it respectfully. Even if people hate me, even if they're insulting me, don't insult them back. Hate doesn't beat hate. It just creates a brick wall. If somebody says they hate me, explain to them calmly that they don't understand the context. Show them a longer format video. Show them how I stick up for marginalized people. Explain I'm a person of color and I've been marginalized in my childhood. Show them how I had a gay friend when I was a kid.
What? Then how do you change a problem in a government scale if demonstration shit doesn't work? Okay, you know what's more important? You could do your cringe little protests all day, right? That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Zherka stream is medicinal. I appreciate that. You can protest all day, but you know what's actually 1,000 times more effective? Is getting organized with your community. You don't have to protest. You could be an infectious neighborhood that takes over every single block with the same ideas. You could get to know everyone in a 30-mile radius, right? And all you have to do is shake their media opinions, right? Ask them, why do you believe CNN, right? Getting organized would be a lot more important than protesting with retard FBI agents, right? Most protests, yeah, the FBI are there. They're there to make you look bad, right? They're there so that state seizes more control, right? We've seen it throughout history, not just in the last 10 years. So you look at anyone who rises through politics who is a man of good character. Notice I said man. It's always someone very involved in the community. It's not this protesting, rioting, cringe lord, right? And you don't need that many people to, you need a spark, an ember. You don't need a flame, right? But everyone does it wrong, and they get scammed, destroyed. I like his jacket material, though. It looks very cool.
Show them how I stick up for women. Don't just reply saying you're
his
stupid.
gay friend helped him get dressed.
Don't fight hate with hate. I was encouraging all of my followers and all of my fans to be respectful people, even when sticking up for me.
What the fuck? I don't even remember this part. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch him that much, just with you guys, so tell me if this is true.
Once again, trying to turn negativity
I don't even do that
via social media. My Instagram had no infringements. That was the only anti-policy things on the page, things targeted against me. And I didn't really complain to Instagram because I wasn't taught as a person to go complaining to authority. I thought, this is the internet. That's how it works. Just ignore it. Don't worry about it. Soon the truth of your heart and your character will come through.
Dude, you have invisible hair follicles, dude. Okay? You have invisible hair. That's not a man of character, right? Anytime you see a bald man, you're seeing a man in the past, right? He lives in the past. Everything's about the past. He makes money because of the past. He's angry at the past, right? He's angry that he didn't enjoy his life when he had hair follicles, right? You know how I know? When I lost hair, I never smiled again, right? So if I look like this Club Penguin, fucking shiny head, that's it. It's over. That's, I'm turning off the stream forever, right? You're not calling me baldy. I'll just quit. Fuck. Feed my family, my kids. Fuck them. Starve, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going live if I'm bald.
Soon people will see the light and they'll change because that's the way the world is. People often flip-flop on issues. This is how things happen. The redemption arc is going to be beautiful. I really, truly believe that within a few years, people are going to understand that I'm a force for good in the world. And often, people say, well, if don't have Tate as a male role model, there's better ones. Where are they? There are no other male role models.
He doesn't need to stream. He's no bum. Tate's no bum. I've never seen begging like this from a homeless person. So if he ain't a bum, what is he? Like he's groveling in a Bugatti like a dog. I want to be a part of the Matrix so bad. Girls actually like me more when I'm unbanned. Okay? I need to be a part of this Matrix, please. I just got famous. Come on, dude. His brother needs to tell him, yo, this video needs to be taken down, okay? Right? This video gotta be harder to find than true 9/11 conspiracy, you know what I'm saying?
Because to inspire the youth of men, you need to be aspirational.
Is your dad bald, Jon Zherka? Where is your malice of bald man coming from? No, my dad has great hair. Yeah, just hate him. I just hate bald people, right? I just hate them. I know exactly what they're thinking about, right? A bald man will always have money, right? Because when you're bald, you go, that's it. I'm never getting pussy again. That's why they make $100 million contracts like Joe Rogan. Bald people got all the money in the world. Don't feel bad for them, right? Bald people would trade $100 million for hair. I feel like God is just going to rip it out of my head right now. He'd be like, 28 years old? Yeah, you've had enough. I feel like I'm about to get like lightning strike. Just burn every root. Like, you want to talk like that about bald people live? There's a bald dude in chat just fucking crying. I used to like you, Zherka. I used to fuck with you heavy, bro. You turned on my race. My fucking people, dude. Get the fuck out of my chat, dude. I'm not part of your team yet, all right? I got years left. Well, actually, I had way less hair 2 years ago, and it regrew. Thank God I talked to Derek. He gave me a protocol, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'll have it till 40, right? I think I'm going to do a transplant in January just because then I get to have a bald face, right? Then we get some memes. But yeah, a transplant will look good on me, I think. We just fix me up. We just make me a little more DBZ-like.
They have to look at you and want to be like you. And there's no other male role models that have had the tenacity or the aggressiveness.
My dad says anyone who talks about hair or clothing and like is compulsive about that, he says that's very cringe and very feminine. And he always says that's your only flaw, right? He's like, what kind of man stares in the mirror for that long? I said, a pretty man? I don't know. All right.
To have such a fantastic life as I have, that they're going to listen to me. They listen to me because of my authority, and my authority comes from my life experiences.
Authority.
If my mentality is so wrong,
Cue
how
the
have I managed
music.
to amass enormous wealth? How have I managed to amass huge social status? How have I managed to physically dominate the planet? I've done things that men respect, and they look up to me. So that's why I can lead them. And I understand my messaging should change in light of the fact that I can
Only Andrew Tate could be a world champion kickboxer, millionaire, famous, the most famous person on the internet. And I still feel bad for him, right? Like, it doesn't, I don't know. I feel like I want to do this on a lie detector test so people go, oh, wow, you're not jealous. I'm telling you, dude, there's something missing, man. And sometimes I think it's God. Sometimes I think, like, when someone has everything and then they still don't get my full respect, I think God is, people who I can just see are men of God, those people immediately get my, even those pastors on YouTube, you know, those pastors that just yell at people on the street. I don't know why, I just smile, right? Any YouTube spiritual guy that's yelling at people, I can't help but like the video. Even if I don't watch it, I go, whoa, right? I'm not even a religious guy, but like, they get my full respect when people are like out challenging the real narrative, the real matrix.
But me being alive on the internet will allow me
I want to give
lead
him a
men
hug.
in a very positive direction. Banning me and deleting me leaves a black hole where they say there'll be another masculine leader. But the men don't listen. The youth of today won't listen to anybody else. That's the reason I'm the most famous man on the planet, because none of these other people have the authority to affect them like I do. It's me or nobody. And I truly believe that me, with reformed messaging, now understanding of my newfound fame, is so much better for the world than nobody. Because nobody just leads to black holes of who knows what, and it can't be controlled. And that's where the internet is truly dangerous. Speaking of Instagram.
Dude, this chatter said, thanks, Dr. Oz. You mean Dr. Phil. You're trying to make a ball joke, right? I know what you're trying to do. No one knows. I know what you're trying to do. You're a fucking idiot. Dr. Oz has great hair. He's like, isn't Dr. Oz the guy trying to rebrand himself as a conservative now? It's kind of weird. But
I was understanding in recent weeks of how these negative fictional stories of me were gaining traction, and I wanted to try very, very hard to counter them. I put a post on Instagram, which you can see here, where I explained that the things I've said have been taken out of context. And just because I champion men's rights does not mean I dislike women. I think that men are underrepresented in the world today. And as people often say, men need to speak up. I'm here speaking for the men. I'm here trying to speak up. People are speaking up because of me. We're raising important issues in the world today because of me. Deleting me and blocking me is only going to hurt men as a whole and increase all the problems we see with the youth of the men today.
don't say that to the enemy who hates men, you fucking halfwit. You don't understand politics at all in your CIA? Don't ever say that to them. You're such a fucking idiot. Why the fuck would you give them that? Actually, listen to what he just said.
Raising important issues in the world today because of me. Deleting me and blocking me is only going to hurt men as a whole.
They want to hurt men as a whole. Look at the agenda, you fucking idiot. That's the whole point. Why the fuck would you say that?
Increase all the problems we see with the youth of the men today. So I put a post up and I said, listen, people misunderstand me. I'm going to donate money to a female charity that supports women against domestic violence. And I'm also going to donate money to a charity that supports men's mental health. Just because I support men doesn't mean I hate women. I love people. I'm a person full of love, and I want people as a whole to elevate.
You're a person full of love? Aren't you a person full of like rage and winning and the stuff we like you for? You're a person full of love. That's got to be... At this point, you are your gay friend from your past, right? At this point, he called me and told me he's straight. You stole that from him. What are you doing? What is going on here, dude? Did he say I'm a person of love? You've been screaming at us. You've been the badass, and we're here for that. We're not here for this man gushing lactate, gyno, and love.
I'm going to donate money to a female charity that supports women against domestic violence, and I'm also going to donate money to a charity that supports men's mental health. Just because I support men doesn't mean I hate women. I love people. I'm a person full of love, and I want people as a whole to elevate, not just men or women. I promised $1 to each charity for every like. That's $2 per like total, $1 to each.
He's negotiating.
At the time of my banning, I had 550,000 likes or something like that, I believe. And if I hear from Instagram, what I would like them to do is to clarify the final likes amount on that post so that I can stick to my word, because that's what I am. I'm a man of my word. I was not doing it purely just to post the receipt.
I need to know how many likes my Facebook post got. Oh my God, dude. I gotta know, dude. Who liked my poetry? What the fuck is going? This is like a fever dream. I'm turning this stream off, man.
On social media. I was doing it because I genuinely believe it's a good thing to do. And I would like Instagram to confirm the final amount of likes on that picture so I can donate the $1.2, $1.3 million that I promised I would donate to both of those charities independently. I would even be happy for Instagram to select the two charities and confirm and verify my donation. I'd be very happy to do that because I said I was going to do that. And I'm a man of my word. I stick to my word. What's interesting to me is when I put that post up, if anybody else had promised to do that, there'd be massive positive attention. But everybody ignored it. Nobody in the media wanted to post about it. None of the YouTubers wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to talk about it because it doesn't get clicks. You only get clicks for hating me. You don't get clicks for telling the truth about me. So nobody's interested in telling the truth. Everybody ignored my...
Here's the saddest part about Tate. At that level, when you're that famous and you have that much capital, yeah, you can do it on your own. You don't have to be on the Matrix platforms. You can do it by yourself. Obviously, it's going to be to a fraction of the degree. But what he's worried about is he knows he can't just keep repeating himself. His audience is going to hate that. It's going to dwindle. His greatest reactions is going to be talking to blue pill world of YouTube and getting their reaction to his takes. So if he literally needs it to keep the machine going, that's what's so sad. They're not going to go to him. And if they do, they're not going to stay because people are watching more for the shock aspect against the blue pill world. That's why we like it, right? That's why we love it. And yeah, so he's kind of fucked because he's not really saying stuff, right? He can't actually be on, let's say, D Live or something alone with his brother and keep that going, right? So he needs the Matrix. That's why this is groveling 101.
Charitable donations. If anybody else donated $1.3 million to charity, I'd like to think there'd be some sort of headline. But if I want to do it, nobody cares. And that's very, very unfair. What's also unfair is the people who say that they care about women and they're worried about misogyny and using this to attack me and try and have me deleted from the internet. They don't donate any money to charity. They don't help women.
This is like the one guy I liked who I've never watched him alone because I can't stand it. But when he's on other people's shows, I watch all of them, right? I watch them with chat. I enjoy them. Even the ones I don't enjoy, I get through them, right? But alone, him and his brother can't do more than a minute. They just can't do it. Tried it on stream, impossible, dude.
Women, they don't want to do anything but spread hate. Right now, they hate Andrew Tate. When I'm gone, they'll hate someone else. They'll find someone else's comment section to go into, insult, threaten their lives, insult their dead parents, hate, 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 hate. They're not going to donate money to charity. They're not going to help women. They're just going to sit there and hate me until I'm gone and then hate somebody else. This is a hate mob. And they're pretending that they care about women. They don't care about anybody. They're just hateful. And by Instagram allowing the hate mob to be successful, it inspires further hate mobs. It inspires further hate, further division. I understand that Instagram and Meta and Facebook need to, as a whole, keep their fingers on the pulse of the national opinions. I understand that. But once we have confirmed that the national opinion is misunderstood, then we have to sit there and go, do we want to bow to hate mobs, which are accelerating and encouraging people to become more hateful for views and to get people banned via hate? When these people may be actually doing good things to the real issue as a whole, is this a good idea for us to now bow and bend to these people? And this is a really interesting conversation which can be had for many, many hours about the internet, about society, about sociology, about psychology, about so many things. This expands in so many different directions. It's actually very, very interesting. It's an interesting conversation to have.
Dude, you're selling yourself to purple hair, fat ass losers.
Because we're living in an unprecedented time of humanity where the world is so connected and we're all kind of unprepared for it, right? It's very, very interesting. I find it super interesting. It's something I've been talking about internally and I would love to talk about more in person. And when I decide to finally come back to public consciousness and do podcasts and that kind of thing, it's something we will be talking about because it's a very, very interesting subject. I'm teaching that it takes tenacity and toughness to become a credible man of merit and value. I think even my hardcore detractors would agree with me.
Can you beat Hassan in a debate? Of course not. What? Hassan Piker? Dude, he doesn't debate people because he's so lethal. People have died in debates with him in the past. That's when he wasn't even that good. Like, that guy's too intelligent for the world. That's why he doesn't debate. He's too lethal.
If you're in trouble and you call the police, you want a tenacious, tough man to appear, to help you, to protect you. There's nothing wrong with being a tenacious, ambitious, tough man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with strength, mental and physical. These things are used to protect people, protect men and women. This is a protective state. You can't protect anything if you're not strong. Strength is a beautiful thing. The world is built on the backs of strong men, and I'm trying to teach men to be strong again because it makes the men feel happier inside, it solves men's mental health, and it also makes the world a genuinely better place.
Hey, get some minorities in the shot. Yo, tell the cameraman to get some minorities in the shot, all right? Here. Hey, you with the wheelchair. Yo, do you want to be a part of our video? We're doing it like unban me kind of video. You want to be a part of it? Now you don't have to do anything. Just roll up this hill. We'll push you, right? And show some perspicacity in your face. Okay? Do we have any Jewish guys here? All right, put them to the front. Put that one to the front. Okay? Wait, do you have the like, come on, what is this video, bro? What is Andrew doing? This is like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I don't think I'm used to people groveling to libs. Alex Jones doesn't really do it that much at all. Trump definitely doesn't. So I'm not used to our side looking this bad.
People are taking my lessons and me trying to teach strength and misconstruing them, saying that I'm trying to teach men to be oppressive or aggressive. That's absolutely not the case. And at the same time, they're ignoring my charitable donations to the world. And at the same time, other media creators are rewarded for purporting lies and spinning lies about me. And then at the same time, the media buys into this. And at the same time, we're in the current situation where this entire storm has appeared, where I've genuinely only been a net positive on the world for anyone who's watched my content in all of its long form. When Instagram tells me and confirms to me the number of likes on that post, I'm going to make the donation. As well as that, the future for me, now that I will be a lot more careful and a lot more selective with the social media I'll be producing, if any at all, is I'm going to be starting a foundation, the TATE Foundation, which is going to be dedicated.
Oh my God, guys, remember, foundations means business. Foundations are the most satanic things to ever touch the U.S. Foundations are, dude, if you want a way to avoid all taxes, what do you think the Clinton Foundation is? Right? Like, guys, if you ever hear the word foundation, this is the most satanic thing a human can do. This is why Dustin Poirier was so obsessed with getting Connor's donation money for his charity foundation, whatever. Like, dude, I think the saddest thing in the world is I don't think I've ever in my life seen a wealthy man donate to the poor with no loopholes. I don't think I've ever in my life seen that. Right? And I mean like in a dangerous way with just cash. Here's $100,000, bro. Those nonprofits. Oh, Lord. Yeah, they used to get my ass in school too. Right? They'd be like, oh, tsunami happened. Oh, the koalas are on fire in Australia. Who gives a fuck about the fucking koalas, bro? You guys are stealing all the money. The koala's burning alive. The koala is hugging a tree that is on fire. Another koala is burning to death hugging magma. These koalas can't even scream. They're in that much pain. The koalas aren't being saved. They're stealing your money. They're lighting the fire. They have the fucking blowtorch. They're burning the koalas alive. Right? They're literally every dollar you give to those koalas, right, is another dollar given to the type of oil they use to light those little suckers on fire and they burn the soul off the koala. Koala doesn't even go to koala heaven because these guys bring flamethrowers to their nonprofit foundations, right? These guys bring flamethrowers to get rid of koalas.
Towards charitable acts of both genders. I have been very, very private about certain elements of my personal life, as has my brother. However, my brother has a daughter, and she's beautiful. She's my niece. I don't want her to grow up in a world where women are hated. I don't want her to grow up in a world where men are oppressive and hurting women. Why would I possibly want that? I want her to find a strong man who can protect her, who can provide for her, who can make sure she's safe, but I don't want anything bad to ever happen to her. My own personal circumstances regarding family are something that are once again confidential, but I confirm to you that the last thing I would ever want is for women to be marginalized in the future, for genuine misogyny or sexism to take hold on the planet. I would completely and utterly be very unhappy with that for my own personal reasons. The TATE Foundation is going to be dedicated towards helping men's mental health and also protecting women from violence against men. You're going to see in the upcoming months and years that I'm not somebody who's doing this just for likes or doing this just for views, that I'm somebody who's doing this because he genuinely has the capability to help people. And I believed I was helping people via social media, and if that's going to be taken away from me, then I will continue my philanthropy in other realms. Please, if you want to have more information, you can go to CobraTate.
I'll continue my philanthropy. You know what's funny about philanthropy? Go actually study the history of philanthropy. They always either triple or 10 times their wealth by the end of their lives. What? You look at any philanthropist, they triple their wealth at an old age when all of their businesses are mature already. So it's like, so what was the missing key philanthropy to triple their wealth? Like all the businesses running at the same time couldn't do it. How did the philanthropy, if anything, it should subtract, right? Or hell, since you guys are scammers, break even. But if you're tripling your wealth and you've been in business 40 years and you did it because of your, new mindset, how the fuck did you do that?
Sign up to the emailing list. And my emailing list is going to start detailing all of my charitable acts from here on out. I'll be spending millions and millions of dollars on charitable acts for the rest of my human life. God has blessed me with fantastic wealth. It's more money than I will ever personally need. I already was doing my philanthropy through encouraging men. And if that's going to be destroyed, then I've decided to start the TATE Foundation and specifically help with financial aid, women, protection from violence primarily. I'm in Romania, which is very close to Ukraine, and there's a lot of problems there with violence against women and women trying to escape the country, and men's mental health issues. And this will all be detailed on my newsletter at CobraTate.com, and I encourage people to follow. My other charitable acts are things that I haven't really advertised or talked about. I always felt a bit embarrassed to tell people about the charity I do, because when I do charity, I think it should be from the heart.
Oh, it's the charity of unplug your keyboard.
Not for likes. But I understand now that all of the media is saying I'm a bad guy, and I'm not even telling the world all the good I do, because I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you should just give from the goodness of your heart, not for attention. But that's unfair for people to be saying I'm a bad person when I run a shelter for dogs in Romania because of the stray dog problem, because of the fact that I just recently rebuilt an entire orphanage, because there's an orphanage problem in Romania. There's going to be a plaque called the TATE Orphanage on this orphanage, and you can see here messages of thank yous from the children and the woman who's running it. I did this months ago, before anybody disliked me. I didn't even tell anybody. I just rebuilt an orphanage.
Yeah, but why? Like, I don't get that. My girlfriend's an orphan, and the first thing I said when I found out is, wow, your parents didn't love you. I'm so proud that she laughed, Just think about how many women would just fucking say, I'm going to tell this stream, I'm going to go live and tell the world you made that joke. I was so proud she laughed. I was like, wow, thank God.
And didn't use it for positive PR, didn't try and put it on the internet and get a good spin from it, didn't try to get likes. I was just trying to help people. The fact that the only charitable act I've ever advertised was their Instagram post. So I find it very hypocritical when these hate mobs come and say I'm a bad person, and I'm the one who's out here spending his money.
My girl is Andrew Tate, but he puts a wig on. He puts dark hair on, and he gets perspicacious.
Time trying to help the world, and all they're doing is telling their followers to insult me on my Instagram page. Which one of those two things has a genuinely positive effect on humanity? I'm genuinely not the bad person here. However, I will state again, I do take absolute responsibility, because that's who I am as a man. I'm a personal responsibility type of person. And I understand that regardless of the fact I believe it's unfair, I do have a cross to bear because of my monumental success.
I've lived an extreme life, more extreme than most. I've been a multimillionaire. I've been a nobody. I've been famous. I've been a world level athlete. I've started from nothing to the point where I had to run to the gym because I didn't even have a car to get there. I've done it all. So I've lived a very extreme life, and this is where these lessons come from.
To quickly address the rumors that I'm a sex trafficker and that's why I live in Romania. Firstly, that's a very, very racist attitude to have.
What? What do you mean? Romanians do be fucking trafficking. All right? I think we can stereotype here, dude. I think we're safe. Right? They're not going to get me for... Is Twitch going to unplug my channel for... Uh-oh. Come on, dude. They don't give a fuck, bro. You're playing it all wrong. Here's what you're doing wrong with the white passing thing, all right? Let me tell you as a political operative, right? Some people say I'm CIA. He's the CIA, not me. Okay? When you're white passing, that's all that matters to the libs. They don't care if you're black, blue, blah. If you're white passing, they hate you. Okay? That's why there's streamers who say anything they want about white people, nothing happens to them. Right? Like if you said all British people are pedophiles, nothing happens to you, right? But try and insert a different nationality to that one. Right? It's like you got to understand the game of the internet, right? They even laugh at these rules, but they set them, right? That's how it works. It's like Albanians, right? If I said Albanians kidnap people, well, no, Heel Mike did get a ban for that. Someone at Twitch didn't understand. They're like, wait, Albanian? Are they white? I can't tell. I just fuck it, just the safe side. Let's ban this guy. He hurt Zherka's feelings.
I find it strange that the left and people who speak and talk about tolerance and inclusivity
I baited him into
will
a ban.
assume that Romania as a country will allow me to be a rapist, or that Romania is the kind of place where rape is okay. That's an extremely racist mentality to have. Imagine someone saying that the other way around, that in this country, because it's run by these people, they're inherently bad. That's very unfair on Romania.
Yeah, because of Biden, the country's inherently bad and molesty and very sniffing children-y. Yeah, you can say that.
Romania's been very good to me. It's a great country filled with fantastic people, amazing nature, great food. It's a great place. I live here because I love it. There's no other reason why I live here. They're a European Union nation. They have a strong legal system, just like every other country.
European Union are a bunch of fucking cucks, dude.
Oh, Romania is where you can rape people. That's very racist, and I don't understand why nobody is pointing out the
Soros
fact that
nation.
anyone who's saying that and believes that is purporting racial stereotypes. That's the first thing. The second thing is, my house was raided by police under accusations that a woman was being held kidnapped. I have spoke about this at length many, many times. I was effectively swatted. I think this happens to all famous people on the internet, where the police is called, happens especially in America. They call the police and say, somebody has got a gun at this address and he's threatening to kill somebody. And the SWAT turn up and it turns out it's fake. It happened to Tim Pool repeatedly. It happened to Aiden Ross just the other day. Being swatted is unfortunately one of the things that happens when you're famous on the internet.
Whatever troll did it, you did it. You officially did it.
Well, we got swatted yesterday.
You know, police are so fucking stupid. Like, you'd think by the 2 hours it takes for them to get to your house when you call them, you'd think they'd Google your fucking name once. Hey, I wonder who this is. Right? Like, you Google a random guy on Facebook to get info on him while you're waiting in the squad car and passenger. Let alone, why don't they ever do that?
It's so upsetting.
Just right after my mom arrived.
Who is her?
I was swatted. Someone made a call about me which was fake. The police responded, as they should. I would hate to live in a country where the police get a call that a woman's being held kidnapped and they don't bother going to look. That's not what a country should do. Absolutely, the Romanian authorities were exceptionally professional. I have nothing but positive things to say about them. They turned up professionally, turned up and investigated as they should. And they found out that it was completely false, that nobody was kidnapped, nobody was held against their will. I was not charged. I was not released on bail. I have no criminal charges in Romania.
Police bad, Zherka confirmed liberal. Yeah, let me give you a lib take. The police are bad. They let lefties get away with everything. They can let lefties burn buildings down and they won't do shit. They're the greatest snakes I've ever seen in... The right-wing loving police is the saddest, most unfortunate part of our whole cringe movement, dude. It is the saddest thing.
England, America, any country on the planet. I have no accusations against me for hurting women. And people are still on the internet saying, he's a human trafficker, the Romanian police are trying to get him in trouble for human trafficking. That's not true. That's not what happened. And I've said this many times, but people continue to ignore it and continue to purport the lie because that's how the internet works, right? They continue to just keep pushing the lie.
Anyone who lights a store on fire should be in prison for 40 years, and their grandma too, right? Their grandma should be in a prison cell next to them, just so they feel extra bad. Yeah.
Because it gets more clicks, or because they personally don't like me and they want to use it as an excuse to pretend I'm a bad person. I can sit here and be vain and arrogant and say they're jealous of me and my success. And
you want to hear how sad it is to own a store? You think property owners are the rich? Give me a break. Owning a store means your dad worked 40 years to give you debt and an opportunity to make something out of this store. It doesn't mean you have money. So that's the saddest thing, is to burn a store down. Like, dude, like it's always the hard workers that get fucked over, right? With taxes, with everything.
Want to find a way to drag me down, but that's beside the point. The actual point is, it's not true. And I was swatted just like anyone else was.
Okay.
And if I had actually hurt anybody, the Romanian police would have me in jail because they are a nation, a European Union nation, with a strong legal system, and they would lock me up. They have not done that because I am completely and utterly innocent. They investigated as they should and came to the correct conclusion that there's nobody
This
here.
chat always turns it into something racial, based Korean shop owners. What does that have to do with anything? The fuck?
This was a false call, a false alarm. It happens a lot.
It's like a mod, too.
It happens all the time. The person who made the call about me threw in, instead of saying, I kind of think, if I analyze it, the people who make these police calls, right? The people who do the swatting, it's kind of country specific. In America, they make a call to the police and they say, he has a gun, he has hostages. They can't really say that in Romania because it's very, very unlikely. It's not likely to be taken seriously. So instead, they try and find something the police might believe. Oh, he's an American guy and he has this big house and he has a bunch of women trapped. It's a different story, but it's the same intention, for the police to turn up with guns. And thankfully, thank God, nobody was shot, nobody was hurt. They were very professional, very calm, as was I. Very calm conversation.
Dude, he's starting to sound like someone's mother.
Very quickly. I was taken from my house. They came into my house at 5 p.m. They did a forensic search, as they should. At 8 p.m., the search concluded. They took me from my house at 8 p.m. for paperwork at the police station, and by 9:21, I was back home. And that was the end of it. Nothing's happened since. No woman's come forward. Nobody's hurt. Nothing.
He's starting to look like Dr. Eggman.
That's completely false. But again, this is taken, it's put in all the news, it's put in all the media. Imagine I was a normal person with a normal job. This should be scary to anybody watching this, that this could happen to you. I'm lucky. I have hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't need a job.
No, you
I don't need
don't.
people to like me. I don't need social media. I don't need any of this.
Who believes that he has $100 million? Does anyone in chat buy that? $100 million. Do you know what guys with $100 million sound like? This is what they sound like. So I'm working on something very important with my team. It's a green new energy type system. It's not actually a product. You can't actually buy into it, but it's an idea for the upcoming foreseeable challenges. Well, we don't sell anything with my company. What we do is we offer not solutions. We offer a dialogue to progress change to things we have been battling for since the conception of our calamities. My dude, you join Hustlers University, bro, join. I need fucking money. I blew it on a fucking Bugatti for this marketing thing that I have $100 million. I'm like, Bruce Wayne, you gotta join, bro. Come on, bro. Give me a fucking break. 100 million? You got a fucking team around you at 100 million? 100 million, you're getting sued left and right by 1,000 people. 100 million, that's over 10,000 employees on something over the algorithm, over the market. Are you fucking retarded? 100 million, that's what you believe? Dude, stop, man. Just stop. Right? People with real money aren't selling anything because they're getting government contracts. They're getting big, fat government contracts. They just want to change your thinking, your political thinking. That's it.
I can have my beautiful family, I can have my children, and I can be left alone.
Like, sorry to break the news. I don't want to get banned or anything, but yeah, big pharma. What's in the private sector? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
If you're a normal person, you lose your job, you lose your income, you can't walk the street, you can't afford security, you can't afford to move. If this happened to a normal person, their life would be over. It's scary. Okay, it's happened to me and I can deal with it, but it could happen to somebody else. And it's genuinely
See, remember that comment who said this guy's a linguist? He's good with his words.
Scary thought. It's absolutely and utterly not true. I have no criminal charges.
It is.
There's no charges at all against me. I have not hurt any women. No women are coming forward saying Andrew hit me. Zero. The only video of me and a woman in consensual acts, she came forward and said it was a game. There's nothing on the internet from any woman saying that Andrew is a bad person and misogynist, he did this to me. Not one. It's just misunderstood clips on TikTok. It's crazy to me that I've become the face of evil with misunderstood, out of context clips on TikTok with no criminal charges. There are very famous people who have much more, they have genuine criminal charges. There's very famous people who have genuine accusations. They're still on Instagram.
Yeah, because they know how to appeal to the libs. Dude, your problem is you gotta be charming to both sides. If you want to tell the truth, make them laugh or else they will kill you. They will raid your Mar-a-Lago home. They will come after you. You're coping that you're not charming enough for them. You thought you'd have a few more years with them. Stop coping. It's very easy to be funny loud, right? Be charming for all sides, right? Play the game, okay? Stop thinking, hey, I don't have to think today. I could just speak. No, they're going to get you like they got Donald, like they got Alex, like they got every single one of us. The only one they forgot the only one they didn't get was Epstein or any of the lefties. Right? Commies are safe.
I have none of these things. None. I understand that social media companies feel responsible for the national.
Someone in chat said Andrew Tate's net worth is actually 350 million. What the fuck? Dude, with the way he was talking to Phase whatever kid Clicks, it sounded like this guy's got 5 million left and the Bugatti hurt him bad. Like, dude, stop. With the way he's talking to those streamers, like, give me a break, man. Come on, dude. Bro, look it up. Yeah, I could. Here, you want me to look it up, you dumb bitch? This is why your mom's a fucking retard. This guy says no broke, he has 16 cars. There's a lot of rappers who are broke who have 16 cars. What are you talking about? Isn't that the whole meme? Yeah, bro, I looked it up. Bigfoot's real.
Consciousness and the national opinions and actions because of their large levels of influence. However, I don't think it's fair that I'm being vilified.
His Hustlers University generates $5 million alone from monthly membership. Yeah, I've heard about that. Guess what? Does that really mean he has $100 million? Like, think. Right? Think. Just really think.
Blame something that isn't true or wasn't even me. I need to seriously analyze if it's possible for me to even have a social media presence for any longer without it being weaponized and used against me. I would like to think that Instagram have their finger on the pulse of the world and that they're reactive and adaptive regarding how people view certain issues.
I think you guys know how much 100
like
mil is.
They're very fair and unbiased and that they understand that in time when the truth is shown about my positivity and
wait, Jon Zherka, so you can just Google flat earth because it's on the internet. It must be real. No,